You're now tuning into the Who and How Club with your host, Arys Dejan.
Let's do this.
Mic check. Everybody talking to the mic quick?
Is that going?
Yeah. Talking to the mic quick?
Maybe you hear it through this? Because I'm not hearing it through.
Testing 1 2.
Yes, brother.
Because you're not. Talk, say something.
Yo.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Can
I
you hear
think
yourself?
that mic should be turned up.
Can you hear me now?
If I'm being too picky.
Clearing up PCS.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? No. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I can hear him.
Yes,
I can hear Calvin now.
It's good.
Good?
Yeah,
Mhm.
good.
Can you hear me now?
Keep talking.
Can you hear me now? Mic
Oh, yeah.
check
Yeah.
1 2.
I can hear you for sure.
Okay, we in this.
I can hear you.
You can hear?
Not through this, though.
We're already 15 minutes late. Let's do this.
There we go.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
What's good?
Good?
What's good?
Yeah.
Can you
I
hear me loud and clear?
Oh yeah, I can hear you clear.
I'm pushing record.
Damn, my voice
All right,
sounds
fine.
retarded.
Not yet. You pressed it already?
No, not yet.
Let me wipe my sweat.
All right, so just follow my lead, guys.
Let's do this.
We'll kill this shit.
All right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Who and How Club. It's your boy, Arys Dejan. Back once again. You know, we're in the 30s of the show. It's a new season, and I'm back after an injury. We're going to talk a lot about that, but this is really my first episode since the injury, and I'm really happy to have these guests on tonight. So we're going to introduce them in a little bit, but as you guys know the slogan, you are the Who and How Club, I am the Who and How, and we are the Who's and How's of the world. And I want to welcome all of the listeners, supporters, everybody just, you know, surviving through these times, these wild times that we're in. You know, it's a crazy time. And we're going to talk all about that tonight. Tonight's episode is a special one because I'm off-site tonight. I'm not at home. I'm in front of a few people that have meant a lot to my life. And, you know, a lot of guidance, a lot of wisdom has come from these gentlemen, these three gentlemen plus 4 tonight. And we're going to delve into who these individuals are and why we're here at the shop tonight. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Dave Trende from Trende Barbershop.
I'm Kevin from Trende.
Nigga, can you talk into the mic?
Talking into the
No,
mic.
no, you gotta put your,
I gotta leave him.
yeah.
Kevin from Trende's Barbershop.
Calvin from Trende's.
Go again. They can't hear
Calvin
you.
from Trende's.
Okay, listen. In order for people to hear you guys are gonna have to talk into the mic like I am. Because they won't hear you. When I edit this shit, they're not gonna hear you. It's gonna be me talking to myself. So you gotta talk into the mic, project your voice. And hold here.
Brother, Monday I talk to Big Man.
This guy's starting with the shits
No.
again. Look, right here. Take care of my shit.
Not talk to me like that, my
Do
brother.
I come and mess up all your shears
Brother,
and shit?
Not talk to me that
Hold
way
it
there.
right there, fam. Let's go.
I respect Rasta.
Let's do this.
So
Let's
for
do this.
those who haven't heard, we got Dave at the end, we got Kevin, and we got Calvin. And these are the 3 amigos of Trende's Barbershop on Jane and Jane and Church. You know, north of Lawrence and Jane, south of
right,
Wilson
that's
and Jane.
Jane and 401.
Yes, and I got my boy to the right. You want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah. I'll be guest hosting tonight. I am Ghana's #1 blogger, the 2019 Ghanaian Canadian Journalist of the Year, and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right, and we got someone in the background too. I guess that's Mike. He's just looking at himself.
No, that's Tub
at
Nasty.
himself.
Original trendy customer.
Thug Nasty, what up?
Been around for a long time, you know.
He's the first. So I just want to do it.
Yo, Day.
I think this is the Toronto version of Drink Chaps for real. It's gonna get crazy tonight. So can we do a little cheers? Cheers to the,
Yes,
cheers to
brother.
life.
Cheers.
Cheers to conversations.
The Who What Wild Club.
The who and how,
The
nigga.
Who and How, just cool. You know what
This
I'm
nigga's
talking
already on
Hashtag
the side.
Ghana number one
TWHC.
blogger. In the
Number
place.
one blogger, represent with a clean beard. Let's do it.
Hashtag GHN1 blogger. Holla, Dave Trendies. You already know what it is.
All right.
Fire.
Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, this is my first episode back since the injury. And also, like this, just being able to launch a new season with you guys means a lot to me. So we're just going to jump right into it and just talk about like what it means to be a barber for you guys. We're just going to start off slow.
All right.
So if you guys want to share each and every one of you, like what does it mean to be a barber?
For me, it feels like
Talking to the mic, please.
For me, it feels like I'm part of the community. One of the people in the village that helps children grow. For me, it makes me feel special to make someone else feel special. So it's a good feeling. I've been doing this for a while, and it makes me feel good.
Thank you for sharing.
For me,
That's Kevin talking.
to be a barber, it's a art, like any artist out there.
Yes.
And when you get a canvas, which is somebody's head, and you finish and you look at your work and you see how the person react to what is it that you do, it's a good feeling. So you have great conversation, you meet a lot of friends, and it's just, to me, it's a blessing to be a barber, man.
Yeah. You're the first person to actually admit that it's an art form. Like I've always tried to pull that out of barbers, because I look at even as an artist myself. I ask, like, is it an art? Does a barber look at it as art? Because it's creative,
For sure.
You're designing.
Somebody come with a picture.
I'm
and say, "I
an
want this."
artist first before
It's
a barber.
art.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
And they don't cut, they make art. Remember that.
Well,
Represent,
for me,
represent.
it's like I enjoy being a barber and stuff, but for me right now, it's more than just being a barber. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like more like changing people's life. You know what I'm saying? Because I see in different genre of people that comes in the shop all the time, and they I could say much that they look up to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's that love for me that really drive me to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's about changing life for me
Yes.
more than anything else. You should know that.
Exactly what he
You know what I'm
said.
saying?
He came with a script. He came with a script tonight.
A combination of both, you know.
No,
what I'm saying?
100%.
A combination of all three of us, for
Of
sure.
100%.
We all know that. Like right here, like in this room right now that we're sitting. For me, I don't look at anyone here as strangers.
Yeah.
Like, we're family.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't see this man in the street. I can't see in the street and somebody mess around and I'm gonna turn the eye. No, I can't
Yeah.
do that.
We're not just customers.
No, you're not.
Well, it depends on
You know what I'm
who.
saying?
You become family after a while.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, who is that like particular to certain people, or is that everybody? Because
You know what's so crazy? As much as we say it's particular to one person,
It is not.
it is to everybody.
It is not.
It's to everybody. So even when we see someone, sad to say, maybe if they have mental illness,
Yes.
and we'll still protect that person. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Because when they come here, they're family. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen half of these people grow up.
That's true.
We've been cutting here for so long
yeah,
that we've seen some of these guys grow up. So, you know what I'm saying? They automatically become family.
yes,
Yeah. You come here more than once, that's it. You're family. Straight up.
I don't know if you remember, Dave. There's this one particular guy that came once, right? Not once. He's been coming here, but I haven't seen him for a minute, right? And he's from the other side of town, and he would come here, right? And you could tell that where he's from is like it's not the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But whenever he comes here, I remember one time he looked at us and he says, "You know what, man? Whenever I come at this shop, I feel a different vibe, a different energy." Like, you just feel like home. He said you feel like it could be himself when he's here. You know what I'm saying? And hearing stuff like that, it's just magical.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's true. Man.
You know what I'm
Definitely
saying? I
hits
don't know if you
home.
remember what I'm talking about, Dave. Tall guy.
I have a vague memory for sure, man. Yes.
Yeah, like how do
yes.
you guys remember everyone? Is that like, obviously it's a visual thing. Like once the face walks through the door, you're like, okay, I know who that is.
Yes.
But do you
yes.
guys remember everyone's names and stuff like that?
Well,
like
you know what? Honestly, I could say this much. Like, since we start the app and everything, right? That's when we kind of figure out people's name and stuff like that.
Yes.
But
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
think it's really important to really know someone's name. I know it might sound weird, but
Yeah.
like sometimes we just don't try to get into people's business like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not everybody gonna want you to know their name, right?
Yeah.
Some
what
people
I'm saying?
remember them by their cut too,
That's that
Whatever.
barber's
Yeah.
preciseness.
Some
That,
We know
people
this
got one
guy.
cut for years.
Yeah, this guy comes in and gets a ball fade or a one on the side, a two on the top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as we see them, one on the side, two on the top.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll know exactly who he is, even though we don't know his name. You know what I'm saying? We know who he is. We can describe him, and me and Calvin be like, "Oh, you remember whatever,
Yes.
whatever."
Yes.
Just like a while ago, and
Yes.
we'll be like, "Oh yeah."
I've witnessed those conversations. Like you guys will be like talking while you're doing someone else's hair, like in your own spots. You'll be like, "Yo, remember such and such," or like, and then the way you guys describe it to one another, like you don't remember the name, but you're like, "Yo, I cut his hair 2 weeks ago. Remember he was here in the shop,
Yeah,
and he
that's
has
right.
this son, and that's
right,
his girl, and he
that's
grew up
right,
here."
that's right,
Like
right.
that's community right there.
100%.
And these little questions right now, I was just testing the waters because I wanted to see what kind of vibe you guys were on. So I'm glad we could go deep.
Yeah.
Fuck all of these questions now. We're going to get deep because here on the Who and How Club, it's called the Who and How for a reason. We focus on who you are and how you became who you are, right?
Okay.
So that's why we're talking and just testing the waters to see how your brains work and if you're not too sauced up because I want to get deep tonight, all right?
All right.
And again, thank you all for being here. Calvin, this is like a last minute thing. I was in the shop and I've been thinking about this for a while and Calvin just mentioned it and he's like, "Yo, let's just get it done." I said, "All right, I'm coming through."
Nice.
But I don't think Calvin knew how much work it takes to do this type of setup and everything like that. You know what I mean? Dave, you've been on the show before.
That's why I said 7:30, brother. And
No matter how much time
you didn't come in time. So.
he said 8, I showed up for 8, but he's saying 7:30.
Buddy, I said 7:30.
Lies. Anyway, everything
to
happens.
disagree.
Everything happens for a reason. First off, I want to say, like I said, I haven't done an episode in a while, and since then, we lost Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
I want to say rest in peace to him because that's a crazy. No one expected that one coming.
Yeah, that was out of the nowhere, hit out the park. It was crazy. He's a very good actor. Did a lot of pivotal roles for us as black people
In such a short period of time.
such a short period of time. So someone like us,
He's like the
him,
biopic guy
That's right.
for
That's
black
exactly
for
what he
black
is. Yeah.
folks.
Yeah. To have someone like him to represent us is very good, very beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So we
Very
lost him too early, man. But I know more than just Chadwick. More people other than Chadwick have died, and we want to send a special shout out to them because we're in these strange times with COVID and stuff like that. And we're seeing right now, today is September 26th,
Yeah,
and we see the numbers going up.
that's right.
So in connection to COVID, like how did COVID really affect the shop this year? Like, is that the longest you guys have been closed down for, ever?
Yes. Like we've been open since 1997, right?
97.
And our doors never closed, right? And honestly, it was bad times, but we needed that in a sense. We needed that break.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
When you say we, who's we? Like you guys as the barbers, the
That's-
shop, the
that's-
community,
that's
like
us as a
Staff,
barber.
us as a barber.
Us as barbers,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because it actually let me find out how important time really is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to me, time is more valuable than anything in this world. Money, anything. You know what I'm saying? And,
For sure.
and this is one of the reasons why we even start doing appointments and stuff, right? And it give us the leverage where we could get out here in time. You know
get
what I'm
out of
saying?
here in time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that most of our customers understand that, right? And they're not showing up when they're not supposed to show up and stuff like that. So, you know,
I feel like you guys took that time to really reevaluate the setup of the shop and like how you guys want it to work going forward and how you want it managed and how to operate. Is that something you guys really focused on during that time, or was that already in the process?
I don't think that COVID changes anything because we're already in the process of doing all of that stuff, right? I think the only thing that we really added into it was the appointments, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everything else was already
The renovations and
everything
everything
was in blueprint
was already okay.
Yeah, that was gonna
You know what I'm
happen
saying?
regardless of
Yeah.
COVID or not. You know?
Yeah. And I do want to toot my horn a little bit because I remember over the years I was saying, yo, we need like a sign up sheet. We need something. So I want to take
Yes.
the thing
I'll
for
give it to
planting
you.
that seed.
I'll give it to you because you know what? I remember when you came to the shop with a little folder
Yes.
saying, yo, you know, we should try to use this thing. And
Yes.
people will sign their name to see who goes first.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
But we've been doing the walk-in thing for so long
I know.
that we kind of dismissed it. But
Yeah. You hurt my feelings.
sorry,
But
brother,
it was needed.
Yeah,
It was needed.
It was needed.
And
And I can't lie. Now that the appointment thing is going on, it's very smooth. You know,
Yeah.
when we want to get out of here, we can get out of here.
Exactly.
And even if we need time in between while we're working,
Yeah.
we can still do that.
You could take that time. There has to be a cutoff time, you know, when mans were just walking in and then I saw like little moments. I mean, I've been coming here since I was 18. I'm 31 now. So I haven't seen many crazy issues in here, but the little few I saw like, okay, we could prevent this by doing this. Because there were a lot of times where like mans were like, no, I'm first. No, I was here first.
Or
And
how
there-
much you of? Or those situations where somebody would walk up to Calvin and be like, how much you of? And Calvin would be like, look, like, okay, man, I'll come back soon.
I saw the thing that it's okay, man. You know me, fam. You know me. It's just like to me, if you know, it's not being rude or anything, but to me, I just hate when people ask me stupid questions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is there such thing as a stupid question
brother,
though?
it's a pet peeve for me, yo. Like,
Yeah.
don't call me and ask me, are you open? you just call the shop phone to ask me if I'm open.
And you answered, so that should answer.
From your answer, you know that subliminally you got answered. So
You know
just
what I'm
hold it down and can I cut my hair today? You know?
I gotta be honest about something. I've been coming to this shop since I was like in high school. So we're talking about early 2000s, and there's never been a time where I've sat there or complained where it could even be that I could be waiting 2.5 hours for a haircut. But the fact of the matter is, this is one of the best shops in Toronto where you can get a haircut. You're gonna come in here, you're gonna feel a way, but the thing is, when you get in that chair, you're gonna get a sense of confidence, and when you're walking out that door, it's like, yeah, Calvin cut me, Kevin cut me, or even Dave cut me, and you know that they're not gonna make a mistake. They take pride in their work.
Thanks, brother.
Respect.
100%. So speaking of pet peeves, you know, you've been coming here since high school. I've been coming here since I was 18. So we've seen the nuances of your guys' personalities and like, you know, how you see things and how you speak and how you move. And I kind of know what kind of irks you guys, but I want to hear it from the dragon's mouth. Like, what are some pet peeves from you guys?
Sitting over there, buddy.
Pardon?
That guy sitting over there, bro. That's one of my pet peeves.
He's just been sitting there looking at himself. What's going on over there? Look, the man in the mirror? Michael Jackson over there, guy.
Analyze the
I'm just
perfection. Analyze the perfection.
The barber's preciseness.
That's right, man.
But like
That's
we
right.
mentioned earlier, like we have guys who... Huh? So we'll have guys that'll come in, guys or girls, and they'll see 100 men sitting down and still ask the barber, yo, how many you got before me? Like, don't even ask that. Just sit down and call a number, right?
Well, and
So
you know, that's one of the things that this old app thing just
Eliminates. That's
Yeah.
right.
So we don't have to worry about those stupid questions.
Those things anymore, yeah.
The thing
straight
that we have to worry about now is a man come in the chair and tell you, okay, cut my hair this way, right? And you almost finish, right? And this guy would tell you, no, you know what? Could you just cut it down? And you give him a different cut.
That's two cuts.
And whenever you cut his hair like that, if you fade it to that particular haircut,
gotta refade it
you have to refade it again. So you're doing like that's two cuts.
That's two cuts
That's two
in one.
cuts.
Yeah.
So you'll be doing a cut, you get it to a certain point, and then the person just changes their minds, and they're like, can you just take it all off?
I think that's any barber's pet peeve.
And
You'll cheese any barber doing that madness. You know.
Yeah, and that's like 2 cuts.
That's
You're
right.
paying 2 cuts for one.
A good barber will hold it down and be like, "What the hell just happened?"
And
but it is a pet peeve.
And I can see right now the one is going to be the new one for us is whenever you book an appointment and you don't show up in time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's happened already.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
And
Not
even
even
worse,
showing up.
even worse, don't even show up at all.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Right?
What about people coming through who walk in but they didn't set an appointment
Well, we have
and they think that you're still on the old way? How do you manage
We
that?
have a few of that already, right?
Yeah.
And we understand.
Yeah.
If you didn't know from the get go, then we understand
About
we-
the app.
Yeah. So we said, you know what? Just sit a little bit and we try to squeeze you in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
proper
we try to
customer service. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if you don't know, you don't know, right?
Yeah, you can't blame them
Yeah.
for that.
We're reasonable like that for sure.
Yeah.
Where we'll try to fit you in. You maybe have to wait like how it was before.
Yeah.
When we had like 2 hours worth of customers, but you'll still get your cut for sure if you
Yeah.
come in and
Yeah.
and we'll talk to you and whatever.
And for the most part, people wait too. If they're just
Yeah,
walking, they'll wait.
Because they're used to the old way anyway. So
Yes.
waiting an hour is okay, and they'll still get their cut. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. Yeah.
So speaking of the appointment structure, in terms of people being on time, some people being late, do you ever get courtesy calls or courtesy texts saying that I may be running late, but I'm just
Yeah, we
letting
do,
you know?
we do.
Yeah, we do. That's that. You know
We
what?
do.
Yeah, it's true.
But it still hurts because some people call like a minute before, which makes no sense. Right?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
If you do it like half an hour before, we understand like we're
Yeah.
20 minutes. Right?
Yeah. So the app that they're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, it's called Ring My Barber, and just look up the shop on the app. It's Trende. It's just Trende on there, right? Or Trende
Trende
Barbershop.
Trende Barbershop.
So TRENDE.
So the app actually it's called Ring My Barber, but whenever you go in it, we look for Dave Trendy or Calvin Trendy. I know.
Oh, you look.
I'm just telling you.
Okay. So you
explaining-
look for the
I know
individual
you
barber.
already said that before. But I'm just saying, like, come on.
This nigga's
No.
I'm like, nigga, I
But-
just said that.
No, but I'm saying you're asking what you look for. But I'm saying it's like you're gonna look for an app. You're gonna look for Calvin Trendy or Dave Trendy.
Okay. So you
right?
don't look for the shop. You look
You
for the
don't-
barber.
No, yes, exactly.
Okay. So you look up for
yes.
Dave Trendy, TRENDE, or you look up for Calvin Trendy, and Kevin, you're on there as well.
Not yet.
I'm
Not
part-time,
yet. He's
so
almost
I'm
there.
not-
He's almost there.
Yeah, Kevin's he's the weekend guy here.
He's almost there. He's almost there.
But-
No. He's no apprentice.
Apprentice.
You know what's so sick
Far
about it
from
though?
an
You know what's so sick about it? Like he's an amazing barber.
I know he is.
You know what I'm saying?
He's cut my hair
and,
before.
And listen to this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking to myself the other day driving home. I'm saying to myself, yo, why does Kevin feel like he's new at the shop? You know what I'm saying? Like he feels like he's new, and he's over 10 years. He's been here.
Over 10
You know what I'm
years.
saying?
He still feels like
But
he's
it
a
just
rookie
feels like
barber.
he's just-
No way.
Yo,
But you know what I'm
He's
saying?
only here
This guy's-
twice a week.
This guy's too
when you're working
polished.
with two legends, like these guys are legends on the Jane Street.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna feel new.
But you know what?
No, hold on. I
You
got
know
a
what-
question.
you
I
know
like this. So, with that perspective, like what's the energy like when you're coming from that perspective? Like you got two legends that are there, and you're working like you're not an apprentice because you've been here for so long. But what are those respect levels like? Like, do you learn from these guys?
I learn a lot from these guys. Sometimes when I'm not cutting, I just sit
Into the mic.
I sit there and watch what they're doing, like how they
Into the mic. More. Yeah.
approach a fade and stuff like that. I learn a lot. I learn a lot from these two barbers. The technical difficulties.
Take this thing as loose.
Yeah, it's loose. I'll just hold it like this. Can I hold it like this?
You can, but you're not into the mic. You're it being down like this. This is where you speak, right?
Oh,
here.
there.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So you could hold it if you want.
All right.
Yeah. So say that again. So sorry. You were.
Yeah, I learned a lot from
That's
these,
perfect.
these two barbers.
Yeah.
I sit
Like, what's something you've learned from them? Like a style, maybe, on how to cut.
No, that's how they fade. Like their technique. You gotta take what they do and then try to add your own
spice.
to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I sit there and watch what they do. Like
And
these guys are
and
legends.
it's like for everybody else, like we take stuff from them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys are
Like
legends.
like nobody's greater than nobody in the shop.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
He's
You
trying
know
to
what I'm
say be humble. Like
No, bro, you know it, bro.
It's a
Stop it.
compliment, bro. You
He is
I
really
know,
good.
I know,
This guy
I
does
know,
the
bro.
crispiest lineups ever.
I know, bro.
Kevin, right?
Yes.
Okay, listen. So Kevin
Kevin is
has
really
cut my
good.
hair. I could count on one hand the amount, and I've been coming here since 18. But every time he has, it was due to the shop being like
Yeah, Dave was busy.
Dave or Calvin
Kevin
were
was
just
busy.
crazy busy. But the few times I sat with Kevin, that preciseness is crazy. The lineup, the sharpness of it,
Appreciate that, man.
I experienced that myself. So I've probably sat with you probably 4 or 5
You are
times.
not losing out going into Kevin's chair.
No.
You're gonna get a clean.
You just don't see him as often. You
That's
don't know
all
when.
it is.
I would hate to be his ongoing customer because the guy's only here Friday,
Yeah, well,
Saturday.
my customers know, like,
Yeah.
they know I'm a Saturday guy. So
Yeah.
They wait and call and make their appointments on Saturdays.
Let's bounce over to you, Dave. What is something that you've learned from, let's say, Calvin? Would you say
Oh, I learned a lot from
in the
Kevin.
barbershop realm? You know,
Oh man, from
in the mic,
hair,
in the mic.
From cutting hair, I've learned a lot from Calvin. Just straight hair, cutting with the scissors,
Yeah.
Fading, approach of fading. A lot of stuff I learned from Calvin. He doesn't know, but I watch him like a hawk. You know what I'm saying? I take everything
Yo,
from
we
him.
watch each other, bro. Don't get it twisted.
I watch him like a hawk, bro.
Come on, it's all
Don't
of us.
watch-
This guy find it
all
hard
of
to
us.
take a compliment.
It's
all
hard,
of us.
eh?
But I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm just being real.
Okay, so
I'm
what's,
just being real.
Yeah.
Anything
Like-
anything that Calvin does, best believe I'm copying that.
Copying it, facts.
Straight up. So as much as he thinks he's doing something original, I'm gonna be doing it next cut
yeah,
for sure. I take a lot from Calvin.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not
Yeah.
afraid that. Yeah, I wouldn't never be afraid to say that. This guy is an exceptional barber. Very,
They got my
very,
headphone.
very
They
good.
took up my headphone.
Sorry, brother.
They took up my headphone.
He is a very
Yeah,
good barber.
we're good.
He's a very good barber. So anything I see that is out of the ordinary that I haven't done, I'm gonna take that from him, and that's going in my book for sure.
I actually got to chime in for a second though. I've never gotten my hair cut by Kevin, but we've had cordial conversations. I've walked in, I've dapped him. Funny enough, originally my barber was Calvin, and then I moved over to Dave. People don't know what the situation is around that, but the thing is, the reason why I switched to Dave is because I went bald, and that's what happened. When I used to be, the fade guy, the sweet-looking guy in high school, I went to Calvin. But when I went bald, I said, you know what? Now it's time to switch it up. But it's all love, though.
This guy's killing me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the show and just tuning in, we're sitting with Sterling K. Brown, Avant, and Jim Jones, the rapper,
Calvin, buddy.
Will Smith.
Calvin.
and Will Smith.
Ice Cube, whatever, he got a lot of
Yeah,
areas.
Ice Cube.
He has the scowl, bro. The way you ever walk in the shop and you can't tell if Calvin's upset, happy, sad,
His
if he wants to
eyebrow,
cut
man.
someone
Eyebrow,
off,
you gotta watch the
or
eyebrow.
if he's just focused, talking to God in his mind. You
You gotta
know?
watch the eyebrow, man.
I'm a thinker, bro. I think a lot.
Yes.
And when I think
Into the
I-
mic. Into the mic.
I have this look in my face. Well, I don't know that I'm looking that way, right? But
Yeah.
I have this look, but I have many things on my brain, man, that I think about. And if you know me, if anybody knows me, don't look at that face.
Mm.
Get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
It's kind of
Don't
hard
take
to look
it-
past the face.
no, but
Yeah.
it's
No,
I've
but
known him
if-
for a long. I known him for a long time. Just a mask.
I've had to.
He's soft as a pillow. He's like
He
porridge.
is soft. He is soft. He
He's
is soft.
like
He is
porridge.
soft. He's very soft.
No,
But from a customer's,
that's just to protect him. This man is like a porridge.
I know that's true.
He's a nice guy.
He's been
Don't
my
let him fool
barber.
you.
I'm not saying I'm not nice.
Don't let him fool you.
No, we're saying you're
face-
soft.
That face is just to protect him because if you get him to porridge mode, then it's not gonna be nice. So
Porridge mode.
You got it. You know what I'm saying?
But I had to.
Yeah, bro, you can't be saying this around tomorrow.
I had to. No. I had to. I had to adapt to that face because in the beginning, like when I was younger, it's like he
Oh,
looks
yeah.
upset. I don't
Yeah.
want to get my hair cut from someone. Maybe he's in a bad mood today, so maybe he'll fuck up my lineup or something, right?
That's just a work face.
But you adapt exactly.
right,
When you
that's right.
learn your barber, it's like a connection. Like
yeah,
you're
that's right. That's right.
like the conversations that Calvin and I have had. It's like it's crazy to me. Like I've learned a lot from Calvin. Like he's like a pops to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
man.
call him pops. You guys are like brothers. You know?
Yeah,
He's old
man.
enough.
Like you guys are the uncles, and Calvin's been like a pops.
He has
The wisdom,
experience,
yeah.
man. He has the wisdom. He has the experience. He doesn't look old, but he has it. Trust me.
So speaking of wisdom, just off the top, because you're a great freestyler, what's something that you would tell the people listening right now, like a life lesson or something? Because you've given me thousands of gems. We go back and forth all the time. So what's something you could tell the people right now?
It's hard,
Like
man.
a Calvin
It's-
gem.
The gem, like, it's hard. You just live and you just learn while you go, right? That's all I could say. Like, you know, like
I'm putting him on the spot now,
like,
so yeah.
life have like a lot of obstacles, right? And I'd say like, don't worry, right? Because for me, when I go through stuff, I don't worry about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever I worry about 5 years ago, am I thinking about it today?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about stuff like that. Life will straighten out itself.
Mm.
And it's just that simple.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's true.
So you just trust the process.
Just trust the process.
Trust the
Yeah.
process.
God always works things out for sure.
What's something that you've learned from the barbershop?
Honestly,
Fucking with these guys.
I've learned a plethora of things just seeing how they even deal with people. Like, for instance, like, I'll see even the mannerisms of Dave and even the mannerisms of Kevin and Calvin. And it's like, even if somebody were to say something, it's just the way they just respond with a smile. But really deep down inside, they're just like, "Nah, man, I yamid," or something like that. They're coming.
Jamaican accent is killing me.
Yeah.
Could I tell you, man, like one thing that I've learned from Dave, you know what I'm saying? And I can't
Is
even,
customer service?
no, just hold on, bro. I can't even wrap my I can't even know how he do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to explain it. But
Into the mic.
you hearing me, bro?
No, I
hearing
want
you.
the people to hear you though,
They
because
hear
this
me,
is a
bro.
gem. Just
Yes,
talk.
times. So I'm just saying, like, his patience.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And his humbleness.
Mm.
It's ridiculous, bro.
I try.
You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? It's
I know.
ridiculous.
I know.
And I wonder, yo, I look at Dave more time. I say, yo, my yacht. You know, my yard accent, right? My yacht, you're not Jesus, you know. Stop one like you're Jesus, yeah. Like, yo, I have to tell Dave, yo, bro, don't let people try to deal with you certain ways, eh?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
But
this
that's
guy-
just him.
This guy's the nicest guy in the world.
You know what I'm saying? That's just him. You know what I'm saying? And yo, sometimes I try to adapt that still.
Yes.
But my youth did not work for too long. It didn't work for too long. I remember one
Yeah.
incident
Yeah.
where this man came to the shop, right? And from he came in the shop, I know that
Something was off.
something was off, bro.
The energy was off.
So this man sat in the chair.
Turn up his mic, fam. Just turn it up.
He sat in the chair, right?
Second one. No, right there. Yeah.
And
And then the third one too.
Nice.
Go.
yes.
Not too loud. Bring it back down a bit. Go.
So he was like, I think that's a little bit too loud.
No, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. So it was like, he wanted his hair to fade a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So I says, okay, cool, right? And I could tell, so I'm trying to prepare myself for all of this, right?
Yes.
I'm
So
do-
you know what's
I'm,
coming.
I'm using the Dave
Skills, yes, yeah.
approach to this
Oh,
one now.
gosh.
So
keep going.
so I'm like, you know, okay. I start fading his hair and stuff like that. And the process was fading his hair. He started asking me all kind of weird stuff. You remember that day, right?
Yeah, man, I remember.
Right?
I remember.
So he goes, could you fill me in here, because some part I don't even remember clearly right now.
Yeah, he
what I'm saying?
wanted you to wash his hair. He wanted you to do a lot of extra stuff that we didn't do at that time.
At the time, right?
Yeah, so Calvin, basically back then, you just come for a haircut and you leave. That's it, you know, clean cut, leave. You know, if you want to do a little wash your hair in the washroom, that's fine. It kind of bothers us, but we'll still let you do it.
Yeah.
And what happened was Calvin was cutting his hair, and he was asking Calvin all these different stuff that we don't do.
So
in the
for
shop.
services.
But
Yeah.
it's not that he was asking for the services,
Demanding.
but it's just the way he was asking, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like you guys should already have this service in.
it's not about that, but
he's
it's about
being
the-
very arrogant about it.
and arrogant, and that sign of like we owe him something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm trying to be like cool and everything, you know. I'm like, yo, you know, like, sir, we don't, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm just looking at myself at a point, and like he's just being
Difficult.
rude, man.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
that's blatant rude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And I just look at him and say, yo, brother, come out of my chair.
Shut up.
Yo, man, yo, come out of my chair, man.
Shut up.
Dave go, yo, man, yo, come out of my chair, man. Like, what you, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro,
Yeah.
but listen to me.
Yeah.
I've never been rude to anybody, any one of my customers before. Not like that, bro.
Never.
Ask this man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking at, yo, it's just like, I couldn't deal with it anymore.
You know what? This guy just came
You know
into
what I'm
the shop and he acted like he knew us for over 100 years.
Yeah.
You know, but we didn't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to Calvin like Calvin was his best friend, but he really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? We just met this guy.
Was the
and-
shop packed?
No, it wasn't that packed, but there was customers here. You know, but
So what was that? What was that person's response?
he was just being a little too impersonal. When Calvin
Yeah.
got to him, he was trying to play it off, trying to play the victim.
Yes, that's
You know what
what
I'm
it
saying?
is, right?
And-
Like after it's like, yo,
Puss.
like what's wrong with you, buddy? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why
man,
you-
fuck off.
The youngins would call him a simp.
You know what I'm saying?
100.
So
Invite us into the barbershop world before we get like personal, right? Like, has the shop ever had competition?
yep, touch that.
Watch
Competition.
the headphones.
I wouldn't look at it and says competition, right? Like everybody have to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's time where like people would come to the shop and you know they ask us for a particular barbershop, right?
Like to refer them to.
No. Like they're looking for a barbershop,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And we could easily say, you know what? Come in, let me cut you here, whatever, right? You know, we say, no, the barbershop is over there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
stuff like that. Like you know, like everybody got to heat, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Straight
this
up.
is not a competition thing for
Yeah.
us. More as I told you, like right now, it's more than just cutting here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more like family,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
But in the barbershop realm, do barbershops usually beef or compete with one
they
another?
do,
Is that a
they
thing?
do. But you know what?
We've been in the industry for years.
You cannot be like everybody else, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why the name of the shop is Trendy, right? We set our
Yes.
trend. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's never a competition, to be honest with you.
Never.
What's something that someone who isn't familiar with the barbershop realm, like something that you could tell them and they'd be like, yo, we never knew. So like competition's okay. That's not really, you know. What else is something that happens within
Yeah,
the
but competition keep you on your toes, make you get better.
Yeah.
That's
you
true.
see your next someone come from a different barbershop and the hair is like tight. You're like, all right, I got to step my game up.
Yeah. That's for
You
sure.
know what I mean? So competition is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
I
like
have competition with these guys. I
yes.
see Dave do a haircut. I'm like, dude,
There's competition within the
I
shop.
got to step my game up, man.
What about have you ever had like a competitor walk in and try to see what you guys do? Like, you know, like secret shoppers and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
Yeah, we've had that before.
And you guys know who they are and stuff? Or like they
I-
send their customers to
I
try
can
to
feel them out. I can feel them out. And then I know some people from the barber industry, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they'll come down here to see me, but I know they're actually checking out what's going on and seeing
Trying to
exactly as
deliver
competition.
their messengers.
That's right. That's right.
If you're just tuning in, this is the Who and How Club podcast, TWHC. This is actually episode 31, but it's my first episode having guests on since my injury. So we're back chilling. We're talking to the barbers at Trende Barbershop. We got Kevin, Dave, and Calvin sitting, and I got my guest co-host tonight, my boy. Tell the people who you are.
Ghana's #1 blogger.
Yep.
But what's your name?
What's my name? Just keep it short, Gio.
Gio? Yeah. All right. So we got Gio, and of course it's your boy Arys. We're just talking to the people, talking to the barbers. I've been coming here since 18 years old. A lot of wisdom in the shop. I can never get another barber. It's like blasphemous. You know what I mean? To get somebody else. So let's go down the list of other. So we got Calvin's pet peeves. Kevin, what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to being a barber, dealing with customers?
I think it's basically the same as Calvin, where a customer. I've had customers come to me with like straight haircuts, and he has like, I don't want to say nappy hair, but he has like
coarse hair.
coarse hair,
Yeah.
That's right.
and you want that straight haircut. I'm looking at him like, you realize there's two different hair texture, right?
Yes. So you could just say it. Let's be real. So he wants a white haircut.
Yeah.
But he has black hair.
Like a black guy like
yeah,
you.
he has black hair.
Yeah.
I'm not black. I'm Puerto Rican.
And he wants that
That's
haircut.
still black.
Or the worst is when they go on like different barbers on Instagram.
Yes.
And those photos are Photoshop.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
People don't know that. Why
Your
don't they?
haircut to look like that.
Yeah, no.
And you realize like that's Photoshop.
That's not
It's
real.
gonna look like exactly like that.
Yeah.
You know, those are the worst.
Like people will come to you with a picture,
Yeah.
like from IG, like,
Yeah.
yo, can you do something? That's
Or you have like a kid that's like 1 year old or 2, and they give them a grown man haircut,
Yeah, that was
fade with the design.
Yeah.
And the
What's
kids
up
is
with
like
that?
crying. I'm like, you realize the kids are crying, and they still want the cut to be perfect.
Oh, the man that.
What's the
Those are the
what's
worst.
what's the age that a kid, a boy could start getting a
We
a
normally
haircut?
go like
6, no, 5, 6.
no, like over 1, right?
yeah.
No,
we
that's
do
not
18
good
months.
though.
No,
for
it's,
the
it's
kid.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We do a year and a half,
Yeah.
18 months.
Fam, that's
It's
not
okay.
good for the fucking kid's head.
I know, but you have some parents. you
But
have,
depending
you
on
have-
what
you
you're
have
doing,
some-
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you're
You could
if
cut the hair.
just cut it. But
Yeah.
if you want like a
But to line up a
detailed
young
lineup,
kid,
then
yeah.
that's just being ridiculous, right?
Yeah. And
But-
the kid's scalp is still soft.
Design.
Yeah.
And the kid is crying and screaming.
But
and
you have like cultures
See what
where
a
as
design-
soon as the baby's
Into the
born,
mic, we can't hear you.
You have cultures where as soon as the baby's born, they shave the kid's head
Right.
clean.
Right.
I think that's in the Indian culture.
Yeah,
that
Indian culture they do that.
Indian,
You know what I'm saying?
What
Some couple of people do it just because they know that their kid's hair grows a little scattered.
Yes.
You know, not every kid comes out and it's a perfect full of hair, so it's all scattered. So they just clean everything one level and
Yes.
then it grows back.
I'm kind of happy that we're having this conversation right now because there's certain customers that want the Photoshop
Yes.
haircut,
Yes.
which is not possible.
It's not possible.
impossible.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy.
I know. I don't know if I can whisper, but certain men's like when you cut certain men's fams, it's like, yo, brother, telling you.
What about, okay, what about,
He's talking so crap, man. What's going on?
okay,
Telling you,
Dave,
man.
Dave, we're gonna get to your pet peeve, which I'm sure I'm familiar with what your pet peeves are. But I have a question. What about you ever face like a guy or a woman? You don't know what the hairline is like dunzo, but they try to make something out of the hairline and beg you to like
Brother, one time, was it Dave that cut that man or was me?
Ooh.
The man that was going bald, and this man says like he lined up his hair around here already,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the white German kind of haircut kind of thing, like
Oh, worse
and
than
then,
him, but yes.
then after this man goes, yo, drop a part in it, brother. Yo, fams, if you know me, I'm rolling.
So wait,
I'm rolling.
You're
fams.
still going with it.
You know what I'm saying? So I start laughing. We haven't seen that man since, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be doing that, man. Like,
So what? The man had a widow's peak.
no, bro.
Or it was done
It
so.
was
He was
bald,
receding.
bro.
Oh.
Just gone. It's
He
like
was seated,
back
so
here,
his hairline
fams.
was in the back of his head, but we
And they
still
wanted a part.
we still squared him up and we dropped a part to
Back.
the side.
So why don't you think? Why don't you think that mans just don't bald their head at that point? Like, what
So
are they
I
holding
know
on to?
A lot of well, I can't say a lot, but
Yeah.
a lot of guys are they still remember how they looked when they were younger with their hair.
Yeah.
So they don't see what we see. They're
Facts.
still like,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? They still have those eyes like they think they still have a full head of hair.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying? So kill them dead, they're gonna get this cut forever. You know what I'm saying?
I remember one moment this guy came in. You know what I'm talking about, bro? So he has nice hair, right?
Yeah.
And he says he want a mohawk. And this guy's a serious guy. This guy never smiles for nothing, fams.
yeah.
So he says he wants a mohawk. So I start cutting my hair.
But he's
Right?
bald in the middle.
And he's
though.
bald in the middle. There's
I was
nothing in
about
the
to say.
middle. So there's hair right here, nothing in the middle, and there's some at the back. And I'm gonna cut this man here, fams. And you know what? I'm cutting the man, I'm trying to hold it in. Anybody knows me. If I see something funny, I'm gonna laugh, fams. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cutting this man here. Cutting this man here. I'm looking at Dave. The Dave is looking at me because he knows what's gonna come next, right? So I'm cutting his hair, and them two, man. I couldn't hold it in no more. I just start laughing, fams. Might still have the same face, like. You know what I'm saying? And I was rolling. I was like, I couldn't hold.
Did he
like,
know why you were dying though?
Come on, man.
No?
It was obvious, man. It was.
So what did he say?
He didn't say nothing.
He still took the
He just
haircut.
took I still finished the mohawk.
You still
man.
got a good
I was
cut, man.
I was committed to the mohawk. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta do it.
Committed to the ball.
Yeah, man. So I cut it right.
Yeah.
And
But that's proper customer service. The customer's never wrong. They
never
make a
they're
choice.
never wrong. But there's certain times I want to talk them out of
Yeah.
a bad haircut because
Yeah.
sometimes
Sometimes you do
what we're seeing, you're not seeing that, right?
It's true.
So we try to put them in the right, like say, yo, you know what, do this way. But if you want a certain haircut,
Yes.
then there's nothing we could actually say to you to change
Well,
your mind.
that's like going back to Kevin's
Yeah.
analogy about the canvas. Like, how you asking
Yeah.
me to paint with no canvas? If you have
Yeah.
no hair or nothing to work with, and you're asking me out of like something crazy,
Yeah.
I could only imagine as an artist, from an artist perspective.
I could tell you, man, if there's anything that's so-called like a miracle in haircut, I think we created a lot of miracles in haircuts, like for what people want.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's
So-
something to be proud of for sure.
Yeah.
Saved hairlines and fade into the bald spot.
Yeah.
Stuff like that for sure.
So we're gonna get into the deep convos, but I want to know, Dave, like, what's your ultimate pet peeve when it comes to being a barber, dealing with customers, etc. And please talk into the mic, or I'm gonna jump over this fucking table.
It's changing of the haircut during a haircut for sure. That's one of the biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Especially when they do it twice.
And then they're still just paying for one.
That's right.
You should at least be able to charge them a little something.
You have some guys that are
Bickle.
sympathetic and they'll
Okay.
be like, you know what? I'll pay for
Let me
2
drop
cuts.
some. Yeah.
Or I'll give you a big tip or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, it doesn't get recognized. You know, you have some guys that will come in, be like, line me up first. Let me see how I look, and then they want a haircut after. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be like,
That's a person who doesn't know what they want.
exactly. You should wait till you know what you want before you come to the shop. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to line up and get the lineup and go home.
Yeah.
But if you just want to see how you look with the lineup, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we're gonna have to create an app for that.
I think
What,
they
like,
should. I think
like
they
you
should.
can see how you look
Look
before you.
yeah.
I think
That's
they
an
should.
idea.
It is.
Trust me.
I'm about to ask some questions that I'm sure like not only myself has always wanted to know, but like we're gonna go to the beginning with you guys, right? And I'm gonna ask we're gonna go from the bottom to the top. Why hair? Each and every one, each of you, like why hair? When you look back at your life and how you started, of course having the artistry, that energy in you. Me being an artist, I can relate to that. I was born with these skills. You know what I'm saying? I love to create music. I love to talk to people, etc. I was born with it. You were, of course, born with these skills, but you could have still made the decision to go elsewhere and do something else. So why hair?
Me personally,
Because you know,
me
sorry,
personally-
but because in advance you already know your hand's gonna be up in people's heads. You know what's gonna come with that territory. So why?
I do know all of that, right?
Yeah.
Like you're aware of all of the stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying like, it might start off at a point where you start off where you know what, it's a hustle. You know, like you want to make money, what the case, you know what I'm saying? But over a period of time, right? It's way deeper than all of that. You know what I'm saying? You change his life. You change life, and I think that because if you know me, right? I do other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all the stuff that I do, I enjoy cutting more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think God placed us in places for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I hear a lot of kids look up and say, you know what, yo, they look up to us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say they look up us because they want to be a barber or anything, because they're in total different profession. You know what I'm saying? But it's just for the respect level and how we impact their life in different areas. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be total different things. Like we're doing stuff that we're not aware if we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Making impacts you're not even aware.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just listening to
Yes.
somebody
Yes.
can do something for
You
someone.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember a customer, he was coming here one day, and I'm just showing you how you're changing people's life. And I'm not talking just
Directly.
like,
Even indirectly.
I don't, when I say stuff, I don't be specific that, you know, a certain kind of people, But look at this. The customer was coming to the shop,
Yeah.
and you're kind of speeding to come to the shop, right?
Yeah.
And he got pulled over,
Mm.
right? You remember, right? He got pulled over, and it was Jane Wilson. And the cop goes, "Yeah, what's the rush, man?" He goes, "I'm trying to go cut my hair." You know? And he goes, "Where are you going?" He says he's going to Jane and church.
Yeah.
And the cops goes, "Are you going to Trende? Oh, those are good guys. You know what? Go."
Mm.
He didn't got a ticket. And he came to the shop and he told us that. Like, you know, like, yo, like he got pulled over and this what happened, right? But I mean, like, other people are seeing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're doing stuff for the glory of it. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? We're not doing all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just time when people come here and you come here for a cut, that's what I'm saying, yo, there's no way a man should ever come in the shop and try to disrespect any one of us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because a man could come here for a cut and he doesn't have the money and we still cut him.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me.
We're still cut him.
I'm witness to
You're
that.
short,
I've
you're short, we still
100,
cut you, you know what I'm saying? And I remember this kid, like we know this kid from his so high.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, and yo, he came to the shop the other day and he's like, he's going a little bit. Me and Dave aware of that before because we kind of picked up on that, right? So he came to the shop and he goes, "Oh, I want a haircut," right? And there's a next customer that Dave was cutting, right? And he didn't know aware of the situation with this kid, right? He's like, "Oh, I want a haircut." I said, "Yeah, you sit in the chair." So how you want? Cut the sides and whatever I'm saying. So I didn't hear him clearly, right? So I says, "What do you want to do?" He goes, "Listen, I'm not going to repeat myself twice," right? But we know, so we're aware of it, right? But the customer in the chair, he wasn't.
Yeah.
So you look at, yo, you cannot be talking to these guys like that. I don't know where you come from. Like him say, yo, and then he kind of picked up on it that this kid wasn't all that. So
Yeah, he wasn't all there.
he just
Yo,
allowed
who's
it.
this?
He just allowed it. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
just allowed it, right? So when all said and done, it's just showing you that the love, the respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the appreciation, like, you know, like, I don't know.
So that's
man.
why hair.
Yeah.
The stuff that comes with it. Kevin,
Yeah.
why hair?
Actually, I think barbering chose me, to be honest.
I haven't heard that one before.
I remember the reason why I started cutting hair is I went to a barbershop. I asked for a lineup. And
Closer to your mouth. Closer.
when I
Perfect.
saw what the barber did, I was like, yo, this is messed up. So I took a hand shaver, you know those Gillette hand shavers,
Yeah.
and I fixed the hairline.
Your
My
hairline?
own,
Yeah.
my own hairline. I was like, yo, I think I can start doing this. Then I start cutting my nephews. I start cutting my brothers, and I jacked up a lot. My brother, man, that guy must really love me because I gave him some really jacked up haircut. But then I remember when I saw this cat came to my church, and his haircut was sick. I'm like, yo, where you cut? He said Trendy's. I'm like, yo, I gotta go there. And I came here and I saw Dave and Calvin, and I'm like, yo.
It was still only them two?
Yeah,
It's
no,
always just.
there was one
three.
more. Theo
yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the first person that
Oh,
cut
T
me
Major,
was
T
Calvin,
Major,
because
yeah.
Calvin was the guy that cut the other guy that I saw the haircut.
Yeah.
And
T
he
Major.
gave-
Shout out to T Major.
Yeah.
Yeah, T Major, original trendy.
After that, I was like, yo, that's what I want to do, man.
So you got T Major out of here.
No,
and you
no,
took
he,
his spot.
he got bigger and just go do his own stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Supreme Clientele.
That's
There you
right,
go.
That's right.
So-
that's right.
That was it, man.
Dave, why hair? For you.
It's
Into the mic.
my family. My family's been doing hair from a long time. So from when I was a little kid, my cousin used to cut my hair with scissors, and then I had an aunt that was a hairdresser that lived a floor under me,
Yeah.
and I used to help her. In the daytime, she'll pay me like $20, and I'll help her do all these different stuff with hairdressing. So I've been involved with hairdressing from since I was like maybe 8 years old. I did my first haircut at like 10, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been in the game for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess what Kevin's saying, barber chose me, right? 'Cause
Yes.
I woke up and I'm around hair and dealing with hair and all
Yes.
these different women. I actually thought I was going to be a hairdresser.
Yes.
And
I
then,
could see that.
and then I became a barber. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
There used to be a barber at on Chisui Chethui in Brookhaven.
You mean Trechue?
Yeah.
I don't know where Trethewey is.
Sorry, Tretheway.
Trechue, yeah.
Back in the day, it was called Chicheway. Chicheway in Brookhaven. And
Isn't it Thithui?
yeah, it's Tretheway.
Trethewey.
Yeah, it's Trethewey.
Trethewey,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Trethewey.
Trethewey.
But the black people's called it Chicheway. There used to be a barbershop there called Glenn's Barbershop. Them times I was very young, ridiculously young, and I used to just stand there and watch this man cut hair, and I'd be like, one day I'm gonna be able to do this.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And lo and behold, that's it. Now I'm cutting hair. You know.
Do you wanna set your live? Sorry, I think your live is off.
How much?
About 2 hours.
Like-
Your life, son, bro.
So I want
I just started back. I don't know.
who's in the middle? That's Calvin's, right?
Yeah. Is that like 2?
We're gonna get a lot of love after the fact. The live might not be popping, but after the fact, we're gonna promote this. In fact, if you guys want to just promote your pages too quickly online, so that
we
people.
have the shop have a there's a Instagram for the shop already, right?
Yeah.
Trende Barbershop.
1880 Jane Street.
Yeah, and there's also
Dave Trendy and Trendy Dave.
yeah,
Cuts by Kevin.
Cuts by
Cuts by
Kevin.
Kevin.
Cuts by Kevin.
and you know I love to cook, so I've C.P_food,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, well, I'm gonna on the post and everything. I'm gonna tag you guys so everybody could follow you and just get hopefully we'll get some new customers out of this and new energy. Aside from like why hair, right? If we fast forward to nowadays and how you look at the barbershop realm, what are some things that you've noticed that has changed over time during your tenure as a barber? Like, what are some things that just stick out that like, yo, shit has changed in this field?
The price.
you know,
Price.
you
Yeah.
know,
Prices.
I've been cutting hair from the early 90s.
Yeah.
And
So put us on game. Like, how much were haircuts back then?
back then, a haircut was like, the least you're getting a haircut is $18.
Mm.
And then you got to pay for your parts. Back then it was different. So every time you get a line in your head, it's $1 extra on top of your price. You know what I'm saying? Coming down to the Jane Strip.
Into
now.
the mic. Into the mic.
Coming down to the Jane Strip now, because before I started off on Eglinton, it was a little different. Jane Street was a little cheaper, but we did a more full service cut than just waiting for you to ask for your line and you have to pay extra. The line came into the cut. You know what I'm saying? Design. Maybe you'll pay extra for the design, but if it was a simple design, it came with the cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that really changed a lot. And even sometimes now, people can't even handle how the prices have changed from since the 1990s, which is 30 years.
Yes.
Just to let people know, 30 years.
Yes.
You know, so
Of course, prices are bound to
Yeah.
change, especially.
the $20 haircut is done with.
Yes.
Yeah, that was 1990.
Shout out to
Right.
Mo who walked in
Shout out
in
to
the
Mo,
background.
one of our good customers.
Yes.
Golden State biggest fan.
What about you guys? Like, what are some things that you've seen change over time, like in the field? From
that's the same thing like what Dave just said, right? The pricing, but typically everything is still the same, right? It's just cut, man. Just good
Yeah.
cuts and that's it. Like like
Other than haircuts,
Yeah.
other than the actual haircut,
nothing is there.
yeah, it's still the same. It's
Same
close
process.
to the same as even
Yeah.
30 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Because, like, if you look at hip hop, right, over time, hip hop has changed. We got eras of hip hop.
that's
We got
right.
the 80s, we got the 90s, we got the 2000s, and we got the bullshit now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to,
Oh,
parallel that
There is
to
eras
but-
of hip
but-
a barber.
And everything just come back in circles, right? Because
That's right.
the other day, people were doing mohawks, right?
Mm.
And you still have people doing high top fades, but
Mm.
That's right.
there's nothing new.
Yeah, there's nothing. New.
It's nothing new, right? So it's the same thing.
It all just comes back
Right.
around, and it's
Now,
not.
you know what? I'm lying, man. Buddy of here, the host, the guest host, whatever.
Yeah.
He's changed, man. He's bald now.
Yeah.
He can't grow hair anymore. You know what I'm saying, but that's my default, right? Like we can say,
Yeah. You see people's
But-
hair is.
you know,
But, yeah.
it is what it is.
You know
right?
what? Yeah. You know what? I can say a couple
Yeah.
of stuff changed. Like
A bunch of
that,
stuff.
the mohawk has become a pivotal haircut in the barber industry. You know what I'm saying?
But who
Like,
really does a mohawk anymore?
well,
Yes.
back in the day, it wasn't
Yeah.
like that. Back in the day, it was you have some punk rockers, they'll just skin the sides and have the top as a mohawk.
Yeah,
Now it's faded.
Yeah, but now
faded.
it's
It's like a
faded.
And yo,
it's like a fro hawk.
we should take some credit here, you know, because we gotta understand, you know, we're the one who really fade the mohawk in, you know. After we stay puffy with that, you know,
Yeah.
we faded it, you know.
I'm a victim to that. I
yo,
got that from
you have
you
to
guys.
understand too, you know, the beard design was us.
Yeah, we did a lot of
Was
beard
us.
designs. That's true.
When we were doing beard design, like the
yeah.
design in the beard,
In the
when we were doing
early
that with Boogie
2000s.
back in the days,
Yeah.
no man wasn't doing that, eh?
Yeah, before 2000. We were
You know what I'm
doing
saying?
it.
So, you know,
It's true.
we started that.
Yeah, man, we did.
You know what I'm saying?
Even right now with these young kids right now, and they're doing that the twists on the top of their head,
Yeah.
where it's basically an afro with a taper fade.
Yeah.
These guys took the afro cut to a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kevin said a lot of things have changed, so I'm curious to know what his
I
perspective.
personally think that a lot of things have changed with barbering, because back in the day it was just a cut. You go to the barbershop, you wait, you have conversations, you make jokes, and you get a cut. Now you got dudes doing man piece, and you have hair fiber, and
Yeah, that's true.
you have
That
all
is
of those.
so
Like
true.
the barbering has
You
went
do
to
have
a
the-
different
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Like
We
right
got
now,
the-
barbering is a service. Like you
Yeah.
provide a service where somebody want to wash their hair, or
That's true.
or it's massage the scalp. There's a bunch of
Oh,
stuff
well,
that
you
barber never used to do back in the
I
day.
understand what you see, Kevin, but call me old school or not, man. But I'm not a fan of that hair piece thing, guy. The man unit.
if a man
The
don't
man.
let it go,
I hear you, bro, but I'm not.
You're
a fan
talking
of
about
it,
you're
man.
talking about a toupee.
The units. Yeah, I'm
Well,
not. I'm
you
not.
did-
So
we-
hold on.
let's-
Teach me
let's-
something.
Let's
So
just say the barber world has brought the toupee to a whole different
Yeah.
level.
because I don't think I'll ever have that issue. But
You guys are
a
good.
man-
You guys are good.
a
But
man-
me and my brother right here, if we want to, go
so
back
a man
and
will have
reminisce.
a toupee and still come for service
No, yeah, that's what he come for. Like
Yeah,
he come in,
the
he
service.
cut it here, right? Because
to cut the piece.
no, you gotta fade around the piece, right?
Gotta
Because
fade
there's
around.
there's hair
make
at the
it
side
blend
that
in.
still
That's
grows,
right,
right?
that's
Jesus Christ.
It's just I just
Different level, right?
Yeah, the pieces are a wide range of pieces too. You could get braids.
like
You know what I'm saying? I could get waves. I could even get pretty hair like yours too. If I want to just do that whole Jerry curl look. You know what I'm saying? I could get that piece too, and you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different realm now with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how ladies be saying that the beard is like makeup for men. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that's another
I
aspect.
see
of
I see you want to ask something, my brother.
Yeah, I definitely got to chime in for a second. I remember earlier within the podcast, I was talking about how I went from Calvin to Dave, and people will say you're cheating on your barber. No, it's not cheating on your barber. It's working within the same realm. But yeah, anyways, I basically went from the mohawk guy to the beard guy. That's what basically
It's
happened.
all love, brother.
Yeah, man.
It's all
yeah,
love,
man.
brother.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We're all one and the same. Trust me. We're all
These
one
guys
and the
do
same.
work, man. You gotta come check them out, man. 1880 Jane Street, Trende Barbers, man.
Yo, tell your people to follow me, fam. Let's cross promote. Let's cross
Yes.
promote.
Promotion, man.
Put at only one Arys, fam.
That's
Let's
right,
do it. We'll
that's
cross
right.
promote.
You guys hear that, man? Follow only at one Arys, man.
Only
This is
one
the-
Arys.
Only
Yes.
one Arys. This is the official Only One Arys podcast.
One of the best independent artists in
Yes,
Toronto.
I
that's
appreciate
for sure.
that. I appreciate
is for
that.
Sure.
You guys hear that? Hear
Yeah.
that?
And on like I've learned a lot. Like you guys play a crazy role in this podcast, and I don't know if you know this because like growing up, I was very shy, but coming to the shop helped me learn how to speak, how to become that aura, have that jump into conversations and have those healthy debates and still come out unscathed and still survive out of like these heavy hip hop debates and just
Yeah.
life debates. And I wanted to take that barbershop talk realm and bring it into the podcast realm, So like unbeknownst to you guys, you guys play a major role in why this show exists today. Because you helped
thanks,
me
brother.
become comfortable with talking
Enough respect.
Changing
and
lives,
just
man.
talking to people and with people, and
Yeah.
getting to know individuals. So I want to say thank you in advance for that. Has work ever gotten in the way of your lives outside of work?
Oh man.
All the time.
What
buddy.
what role has work played in your personal life?
Oh come on, man.
I'm telling you, we're going deep. The show hasn't even started. Go. How has work gotten in the
You see,
way?
thing is, man, like you have to understand that whenever you dedicate yourself to something, you have to.
That's Dave X.
I know. You have to make sure that whoever you're wet, right? It's in on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a woman played a big part in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, then, like, it's just like you're on your own, right? So it interferes with your personal life in that sense,
Yeah.
where your family,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like family time, which is important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really get to spend that much time with your family. And it takes a role in that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can speak for myself.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
You know what I'm saying?
So it affected family time for
Family
you.
time, for sure.
So work took you away from being able to spend time with your kids, your whoever, your relationship.
Well, you know me, right? So
Yeah.
so when
For the
my
people who don't know.
when my son was much younger, you all know, my son was with me every day, right? You know what I'm saying? So I get that opportunity to spend time with my kid that time. But when he started school, I mean, like, everything changes, right?
Yes.
Like, like, I'll drop him to school, but I'm not picking back. No,
You can't
up
pick him
from
back.
school,
Yeah.
right? And I'm still at work until God knows how long
Yes.
in the
Yes.
night, right?
Yeah.
And
He had to prepare for this question.
Sorry, guys.
He,
That's a break the
he
seal.
was the man in the mirror.
but it definitely affects your family time for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Was there ever a time where you were able to get back that time that you might have, that work got in the way?
times that pass, you cannot get by those times. You know what I'm saying? You never get by those times. But like, you could only try. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes what you're trying now is like it's not good enough, man. You know what I'm saying? Just
You can't get it back.
they can't get it back. So, but most important thing, like, like, my family knows that I love them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is probably
Like,
for them.
regardless of what, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like, I would make any sacrifice when it comes down to my family.
Yeah. Well, working,
You know what I'm saying?
the work itself is the sacrifice. It is for them.
It is.
Yeah.
But is it a good sacrifice? Okay, you have to think about it sometime. Is it a good sacrifice or is it a bad sacrifice?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've watched programs before with Bob Marley, right? Like, his daughter, right? And I think it resonated to me because when I was watching it and she was saying certain things, I'm wondering to myself, my kid's feeling it the same way? Because she's saying, as much as people know Bob Marley as this great person, this icon, right?
Yeah.
She's figured that I missed out that I didn't know that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what she was saying, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And
So you feel like
ask
maybe
yourself the question: do my kids know me the way they should know me?
For real, man. If you're always,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's true.
deep.
But
It's a double-edged sword.
it's just like this, right? Are you gonna sit home, right, and become what they call a waste man? That was saying can't take care
Nobody
of
wanna be
because
a waste man.
No one wants to be a waste.
I know that,
Waste you.
and that's where I'm saying that the strong woman comes in part, right? Because she's the one who's supposed to pick up the slack and deal with that.
Because you're
part.
working for the family.
Deal with that part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I cannot sit here and blame anybody and says, yo, you know what? You should have did this or you should have did that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you have a life and you know what exactly you want in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I see man who says, yo, why would a man go and buy that car? You know what I'm saying? But everybody's life is different. Some people feel more comfortable with a car. Some people feel more comfortable with a shoe. Some people feel more comfortable with a house and don't get a car. You know what I'm saying? So that's the life you want to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people should just focus on their life.
Yeah.
How they want to live their life. Don't worry about what somebody want to do. If it's not affecting them, why are you worrying about it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna come back to you, Kevin. Mo, you want to come say something? Kevin, what's how has work, affected your life outside of it?
I can't even follow what Kevin just said a while ago, but
Yeah.
well, for me it's a bit different because I don't do it full time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only here on Saturdays, but when
I thought Fridays and Saturdays. Just Saturdays?
No, just Saturday.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
But when I first started, I wasn't really in a relationship. But I recently got married.
Congrats.
And appreciate
Yes.
that. Appreciate
Congrats.
that.
Congrats, bro.
Shout out to Roxanne, my baby girl.
Hey.
Right?
Hey.
So and actually I think I just missed a couple calls from her just a while ago. So
Yeah.
but for these guys, I can see how it affected them, because you start 9 o'clock in the morning, and before COVID we were working till 11, 12 o'clock at night. Like, you know what I mean?
on weekends.
Exactly. So if you have kids and you leave 9 in the morning, 9 a.m. and going back home at 12 a.m., that's crazy. That's a crazy day. So it didn't really have that much effect on me, but for these guys, I could see how it would affect their life.
Yeah.
But it's a commitment. You know what I mean? But at the same time, in everything we do, we gotta have a balance.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But sometimes when you get so into your craft, you can't really.
My brother, I
find
don't
that
mean to
balance.
cut you, man.
But you did.
In this
You just
country,
did.
I'm sorry, man. I said I don't mean to, but it's
Actually, you didn't mean
you see, I don't understand. I didn't mean to cut you, man.
You
But I
didn't mean to
have
cut
to
me,
go.
But you're cutting.
But I'm cutting you still. But I'm just saying, fams, like, you see, you're talking one thing, but you have to understand that when you're in a country where bills is coming in, like you don't like, it's nobody's business, right? Like, bills are coming in. You know what I'm saying? There's no balance, bro.
Yeah, you get stuck in a
There's no
cycle.
balance, bro.
It's a double-edged sword.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
You're
have
damned
to.
if you do. You're damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
you have to. You know what I'm saying? And
It's either you work hard or
you see,
My wife, that's his third time she called.
you have to make sure that your family's been taken care of.
Yeah.
Behind the ears.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to make sure, like, there's priorities, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's needs and there's wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave, what about you?
Yeah, it just cuts into family time, you know. I have daughters, and I can't lie, I love to see them a lot more, and there's times when work conflicted with that, you know what I'm saying, where you're working too long and your family does not get to see you, you know what I'm saying, and doing 16 hours a day does not cut it, you know what I'm saying, 14 to 16 hours, that's what we were doing before the whole COVID and the appointment thing, you know what I'm saying, so like, the same thing what Calvin was saying, like, you know, as much as your kids know you, do they really know you? You're only there for this little time. They hang out with you and whatever, and they end up leaving. And you know, even when my daughters lived with me, it was the same thing. I had to bring them here to the shop, and then and then go somewhere, get food with them, and then and everything is a hustle and bustle because my priority was to make money here. You know what I'm saying, for your kids,
Yeah.
and make sure
You're
everything
doing it
goes-
for them.
Yeah, I am.
But
doing it for
also
them.
they
Make
could
sure
be
you pay your
losing out.
bills, make sure no one's, that everyone's taken care of. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And yeah, doing that does take a lot of time out of your family time, even times for yourself, just to keep yourself sane. You know what I'm saying?
So I wanna when Kevin comes back, I'm gonna ask him this question because it's sort of pertaining to him. But in both of your opinions, looking at your families and having that balance with work and family, if there was some advice to give to like some young barbers, would you say honestly, and this is not to take away from your families that you've built and had, is it possible to be in this field and still have a family and have that
for sure.
balance? Is it possible?
You just got to be real strict with yourself, and like it took us 20 years to figure that out. Maybe we knew that from before, but with just the way how the continuous cycle of everything, we just didn't have the time to actually stop and say, yo, let's get this thing under control. Let's have some appointments, let's whatever. And I guess COVID did that for us, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, man.
Calvin? Is it possible?
It is
And
possible, man.
Based on your
It is-
experience,
I says everything is possible from you have the right tools around you.
Yeah, man.
It's all the right tools. You know what I'm saying? It's all having the the balance comes with that you with someone, they know that you guys are on the same page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You guys are working for towards the same goal, right? And when you're not doing that, you know what I'm saying, that's where the problem comes in, right? And but if the person thinks the same way, just like anything else, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like relationship is all based on work. You know what I'm saying?
Collaboration.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying, what you want to put into it.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So
Yeah, you guys gotta work together. You gotta coincide.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Can't always counterintuitive. All these different type of stuff.
It
Trying
has to be
counteract.
cohesive.
That's right.
Cohesive. If it's not cohesive, then it's not
You
gonna
guys
work.
are always working against each other.
Kevin, this is a good question for you.
What's that?
Since you're Mr.
It's a
Married
killer.
Man.
Kevin,
Yeah.
numbers.
2, bruh. That's even really 2.
No, it's more than that. If you scroll, there's probably way more. Just on the main page, it's just showing a few. If you scroll, I'm sure there's more. Because look, right now it shows just 1. But if you go, this is all the people watching us right now.
Oh, they'll no. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to check your list.
My phone's dead. So.
Your phone's dead? So, Kevin, we were asking, like, is it, now that you're married, right? And you have some sort of, I don't know too much about Kev. Like, I've sat in the chair, we've spoken a little bit, but I don't know too much about your life. But now that you've shared that you're married, like, is it possible to be in this field and have a family and have that balance? Is that?
It is possible. Again, like I said, in everything we do, we gotta have a balance, and I think that it's a conversation that you need to have with your wife. Like, she should understand that, okay, on the weekends I might not be here until probably like 9-10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But also me as the husband,
Yeah.
I gotta make the decision. Like, all right, at a certain time I gotta cut it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can tell you this much, man. Like
This guy won't even let me talk.
Oh, I thought you were done, brother. I thought you were done, buddy. You kind of.
It's funny.
You gotta be
His
disciplined.
name is Cuts by Kevin, but I think it's Cuts by Calvin. What's going on right now?
Every time Kevin talks, this guy.
Man, it's too perfect right now, bro.
No, it's not about being perfect, man. It's just you have to find a balance. I'm not saying that I found a balance.
No, you
I'm
found the
just
balance,
saying
bro.
that
You found the balance,
just gotta find-
bro. Your
That
wife,
was my wife. That was
your
my
wife
wife
is the
just called
balance,
me,
bro.
asked me like, yo,
Your
where-
wife is
where-
your balance, bro.
Yeah, you got to find a balance.
Your
Yeah,
wife
but
is
you
your
talk about
balance.
your family, though.
Yeah, but your wife is your balance.
Yeah, is it possible to have a family and still be in this field? You know,
It
like
is. There's a lot of barbers
there's some
out there
fields that
have
you
families.
just they don't allow you to have. a family.
Once you're disciplined within yourself,
Yes.
you could work everything out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just we took how much years to figure that out, or just to do it. You know, not even to figure it out because we knew that from before. You know what I'm saying? It's just with the COVID and everything, it really brought it to life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you could take a vacation and get your mind back together, regulate yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What role has like hip hop played in being a barber or being in a barbershop and having a business? Has hip hop played any type of role?
I can say the first one is hip hop made Mohawk cool
Yeah.
because people
So
didn't
hairstyles.
wanna, people didn't want to do Mohawk until Diddy did it,
Mm.
and that's when Mohawk took off. So
yeah, Usher
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Usher killed the Mohawk.
Is it just the mohawk or like other hairstyles in
come
general?
on, too
And,
much
like,
hairstyles. The high top fade, which is the box
Kid
cut.
and Play, yeah.
Kid and
yeah.
play. You know what I'm saying? Even this cut that we're doing right now with these kids, where they just taper the back and the sides and they leave the top messy. You know what I'm saying?
They give credit to the ball. They call it the baller cut.
The baller cut.
So they give credit to.
But y'all are forgetting who made the Mohawk famous. The Ghana national team in 2010. They did.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
yeah.
I never thought
This guy
about
just
it.
got to
Ghana.
throw Ghana out there.
The Ghana.
The
national
Ghana
team.
national team, man.
Yeah.
2010 World Cup, man. We made it famous.
Diddy made it famous.
And a lot of a lot of the soccer players did make the Mohawk.
They did.
Yeah, it's true.
So what aside from so hip hop has played that role in the sense of like the hairstyles, just the
Yeah.
swag,
It's
right?
the swag, fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all
How you
lines
guys
up.
dress, even no?
Yeah, it all lines up. How we dress. Even some of the other guys, like, you know, they wear designer clothes.
My brother. I don't think that hip hop people knows how to dress, bro. I wouldn't give them that credit. I wouldn't.
Sorry,
I wouldn't, bro.
bring it back. Sorry, what'd you say? You said hip hop,
They don't know how to dress, bro.
hip hop people.
I would
Folks in
not give
hip-hop.
it to them. No. No.
It depends.
I would not give it to them.
Everyone in hip hop?
I love this guy so
Brother, I'm not give them nothing.
No, you can't say that, man.
Which hip hop man you know to dress, bro? Think about it.
Fabulous. What?
Are you sure?
Fam,
Fabulous can dress, man.
fam,
What, with those throwback jerseys?
No, not the throwback.
Fam,
jerseys.
stop,
But-
bro.
But that was
No,
hot back
But
in
that's
the
the
day.
thing. Like, hip hop is a category of dressing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
that's-
in fashion.
Yeah, in fashion. So there is a style to it. You gotta
There's a style, there's a hip hop style.
yeah,
But I'm
there's
just
a
talking
hip-hop
about like
style.
overall dress, and
Yeah.
like that's not how I dress.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm
That's not
saying?
how
You
it
dress like
counts.
Nas all the time, dude.
Just like Nas.
Yeah. With the suit and stuff. That's you.
I just like Nas.
He's just like Nas.
Yo, have you guys ever thought about having your own podcast? Like, you guys should have your own show. You don't need a host. 3 of you just sitting and talking about like Barbershop Chronicles, fam. That would fucking be a gem. Like, that would kill
Maybe
the
that would be in the
airwaves.
works just now, man. Maybe that would be in the works just now.
Just make sure I'm the cameraman. I don't even need to be on the show. Like, you guys would just hold it
No,
down.
you need to talk though, bro.
So what's some advice that you would give, like, let's say a young guy who's gonna watch this show, or a girl who's gonna watch this episode, the visuals, and see you guys and hear your stories and stuff like that, and they want to get into the art form of barbering. What are some advice tips that you would give to those people
That actually want a barber.
that want to become like,
Buy some tools and start practicing, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have at least 2 friends that you could work on, and hopefully they'll understand, and give them free cuts until you get to a level where you feel like you could charge someone for a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the best way I can see.
Yo, tell them about Dougie, bro.
He wasn't my chosen person,
Yeah,
but he was one of my first cuts as a young man, as a young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you at that time, man?
I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, man. That was a.
I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old cutting a man's hair.
imagine that.
But what's so crazy was that I thought I could cut his hair with only a liner, and that was the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? So I gave this guy a full haircut with a liner.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good credible haircut. So his mother called the police on me, and I was running around as a 10-year-old.
The popo.
After
trying to
you
hide
cut his hair?
Yes.
It was that serious, buddy.
That bad.
It was that
It was
bad.
that serious.
It was that bad, man. I tried to give him the box cut with the
You
Big
know what's so
Daddy
funny,
Kane
man?
part.
Like years after, Dougie came to the shop and cut his ear, and
Yeah. Became a customer.
Dougie would not go in Dave's chair, bro. Yo,
His mom told him not to come back in my chair. Never.
Even as a grown man, never again.
Even as a grown man. The
but
first
I
time,
think Dougie was older than you, though.
Doug is way older than me. The first time I cut him, he was a grown man.
Yeah.
I was just a little boy, and because I was good in art. I was originally an artist. I draw a lot, do a lot of paintings and stuff like that. So all my friends just assumed that I could cut hair good because I could draw. So this is how all this started.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so my friend gave me the liner and said, "Hey, you must can cut this guy's hair." Well, me as a little kid, I'm not thinking that this liner is only part of the haircut. You know, you need an actual fader
Yeah.
and all these other stuff. I thought this one machine could do it all. So I put the line in his head, shaved it, saved the sides clean, picked out his hair, started shaping up the side of his head with the liner. But when he looked at his head, he didn't. he didn't want that cut.
I never said this to you guys too, but yo, I remember the first time I cut someone hair. I was very young too, man, and this was one of my friends back home, and I started the cut, and he looked into the mirror, and he saw his ear, bro. We fought for the whole day, fam. We fought for a whole day, bro. Like it was on.
Like physical
Fight, bro. Physical fight.
But then how if that was like your starting point and you know that the first haircut might have been not so good, what made you good?
Well,
What was the point that got you good?
one of my boys,
Nigga.
one of my boys was older than me. He was already cutting hair.
Yeah.
And when I look at him, I was trying to just copy what he was doing. But then when I realized I could do what he was doing and more,
Yeah.
that's when I realized, yo, you know what? Let me really take this craft and be serious about it, you know. But the second time I got into hair cutting was because of my cousin. My cousin was basically saying, yo, you're an artist. You must get cut hair.
But what point where you were like, yo, I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm actually good at this.
You know what? It's just like you, right? You're artist, right?
Yeah.
You rap. I know you don't like to call it whatever, but you're a rapper, right?
Create, yeah.
You create, yeah. And I know it's a feeling. You feel it.
Yeah.
It's just like cutting. You feel it. Yo, I'm there now. It's just like that.
Yeah.
But is there
Yeah.
a moment in life where that stands out to you where
You
you're
see,
like,
you see, you put a line in the mat here. Like, you know that line I always give you before?
Yeah.
The line?
Yeah.
You put the line in and you take the whole day, you can't take that out, bro. You won't take that line out
Yeah.
because you don't get it, because you keep on coming down with it. Like this, you're coming down, but you're supposed to go against the grain. And when you figure that out, then you take that line out, you go, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got it.
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm talking about. You know I've got it now. I got it now. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
And it's just like that, but everything just fall into place after that.
Yeah, man.
Kevin, what's some advice you'd give to the youngins watching this, or older people, whoever want to get into the business?
I would first say you gotta love it. You gotta love what you do, because I feel like if you're doing barbering for money, just for money, eventually you're gonna stop. If it's something that you love, like the highs and
Passionate
the
about,
lows
yeah.
of barbering,
Yeah.
because there's those I've had days when I come to the shop and people like, yo, you cutting? Like, nah, I'm good. And the barbershop has like 20 deep waiting, and you the one barber that's sitting there that's just chilling. That's the worst feeling in the world. So if I didn't love what I do, I would have just give up. So, but because I love it, it pushed me, made me want to try harder.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you gotta love it.
Steel
And
sharpens
I think
steel.
like in everything that you do, you have to actually love it. If you're just doing it just for money, eventually it's gonna fade. But if you love it, you're gonna try your best.
Yeah,
And I don't think, for me,
I'm
as
just
a
waiting
barber-
for Calvin to cut you
I
off.
know, I'm waiting. I don't think as a barber I could ever say to myself, I'm good. Because when you look in the mirror and say, I'm good, then you get comfortable. And I don't want to get comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So you're always going to find fault with what you do, so you can always get
Because you
better.
guys are perfectionists.
So I try,
Try to be.
I try to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
But you
I
never.
try to.
So what's the biggest challenge when it comes to doing somebody's hair? Like if you've been in the game for so long, what are those challenges that you're still facing to this day? And like, yo, you can't,
I
push
think the
those
challenge
challenges
is
to the
just
side.
the mindset of the customer. I think that's the biggest challenge. Like, they don't realize what you're giving us to work with, and what the result that you want.
Speak, brother.
You know what I mean?
Want
You
someone
gotta
listen?
know- You got to know the canvas that you're giving us to work with, and
Yeah.
if you realize that, okay, what you're giving us to work with, we can only do so much,
Yes.
then it will be cool. But when you expect it to be like what you see again on Instagram and on TV,
Yeah.
like, you can't have patches in your hair and expect to look like Jalen Rose.
Yeah, but
It's just not gonna happen.
Jalen Rose do touch up too, bro. He do those
Yeah, I'm sure he
crazy
does,
stuff.
but I'm just
No,
saying.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They have a spray and
Yeah, they have a
everything,
spray
even
that
for
they
the
use,
beard.
right?
A lot of the
Spray,
people in
yeah,
NBA have that. Like those perfect beards that we see, it's
Yeah.
not real.
This man, you
It's
cut
dying,
them, you
it's
cut them yesterday, and they come and link you tomorrow and say, yo, my, where I did it, and that's their pass through. And we say, touch up this,
And they're dripping.
they just want that line up for no
That's
reason.
the worst.
And
And
I
you go
wonder,
back here.
you wonder
So
why
you
that
refade
person,
in a fade.
you wonder,
Like, what am I fading?
you wonder why
That's
that person
the
need a,
worst.
why does he need a lineup for? It's perfect, but to them it's not perfect because
Yeah.
they think that if they're at the barbershop, they should be cutting.
This guy's throwing words.
Here's another selfish question for you guys, because this was something I've always wanted to know, and I'm sure other people always wanted to know. When they see you guys, like we sit, I'm speaking from a customer's perspective, right? When I sit and I see you guys are like three monuments, walking monuments, just working in your spots. But I think to myself, when I look at you guys, like I question, what would these guys be doing if they weren't barbering? So I want to know from each and every one of you, like, if you weren't barbering, what's that thing you'd be doing? What would you do instead of barbering?
I would be into I'd be into art. I was heavy into art.
I see you
as a young
selling
man.
art, like creating, being in the galleries,
Yeah,
selling, like
that's-
flipping art.
That's what I did as a young man: draw pictures and paint and make these different little stuff as a young man. So I'd be into that heavy. I went to college for industrial design, so I'd be probably making some sort of toys or some furniture or something. And yeah, basically to that extent, if I wasn't cutting hair.
Possibly on a movie set too.
If I was that lucky, for sure I'd do it.
I see you as a writer too, like for shows and stuff. Like, I see you in the writer's room. That's like my perspective on you, like my vision.
What would I be doing?
Yeah.
I think I wanted to be a welder at first. I wanted to be you know those guy that put up those big bridge and the well under
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But then I think the key part that I missed with
Hold on, Kevin, you can swim?
hold on, let me get to the point where me I try to say.
The man's underwater, man. I said you can't swim.
The key part that I missed was you have to be able to swim to be a welder, underwater welder. But
I said, yo, underwater, man. You can't swim.
So the swimming technique is weak.
you have to be able to be a good swimmer. So yeah, that didn't work out for me. But I had my welding license and everything.
Yeah.
But then barbering just came up and I just jumped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, sir? Because we all wonder this when we all see you guys. We're like, they must be good at other things, right? Not just this one thing we come to them for. So what would be something you'd be doing if you weren't barbering? What else are you good at? Great at?
What else I'm good at, man?
Like, what would you be doing if you weren't a barber? Like, what's?
I know
Yeah.
the
This
question
guy
you
could
asked
do
me.
everything. This guy would have
Do
been
a
a
lot of
chef.
stuff.
See,
He would have been a carpenter. He would
see,
have been a
see,
Mechanic.
you're asking me
Mechanic.
stuff.
My manager. He would be my manager.
This guy
No,
got
you're asking me
That's a lot of
stuff
skills.
that you know, like,
Life coach.
okay. So it started out like this, right?
man.
Like, bottom man is not in this guy.
Yo,
But yo, like, it started like, cause my dad, he has like a mechanic shop, right? So I used to do fix cars and stuff like that. But I never really get into fixing cars like that. So I would know to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I never really, you know, and just like cooking, right? My grandma, she used to cook a lot, right? And one day I cooked some food for him. She goes, I'm not going to cook for you again. Right? Just like that. But I went to school for building and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I could do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Which one of those?
I know. It's hard to say, man,
The
because
chef. The chef.
every, everything.
Huh? Oh, his face. Yeah.
It's just like everything that I do, bro. Everything that I do, I actually like what I do, because when I cook, it relaxes me. So if I'm going through certain things, and I'm pissed off, whatever, I'd go home, and it could be like 4:00 in the night. I'd go home and cook. You know what I'm saying? Because it relaxes me from, you know what I'm saying, and just other things. Like I enjoy doing whatever I do. I enjoy building stuff. Like
Yes.
you know, like.
You played a major part in renovating this space. You recreated it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it all, man.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
nigga's
no.
humble as shit. Just
did
take
it
the
all.
compliments.
I don't know what he's trying to be like that for.
You're
No, but-
sick.
He did it all, man. I could tell.
For
I could
those
say
who
it
don't
for
know,
him.
like
I can say it for him.
the
He
shop
did-
was
he did
looking
he
the way
did
it
more
looked
than
for the
everything.
longest
He
while.
did more
but
than everything in here. I can say it for him. He
Since
did the floors, he did the tiling.
Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff. Only a few guys helped him out with the stuff here.
But
Yeah.
you know,
did a really good
honestly,
job.
like you could say I did whatever, but sometimes I could say, yo, you know, like I had to ask myself sometimes, how would I do this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know that, yo, it's not just me alone that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's by the grace of God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't really take compliment for stuff that I know that God is doing it for me.
Trying to be deep right
You get what I'm saying?
It's just meant
So,
to be.
I hear
So,
that.
it's
I
just
hear
what's
that.
No, for real though. But Dave, ask yourself. Like sometimes
No,
you
I
see,
fully hear
you
you.
know, bro. You're here. You see certain things, dog.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get that deep into it. You see certain things, and yo, certain things that happen, and bro, I'm gonna tell you something, Dave. You know, I didn't want to say this. I remember when I came in here, right? Wednesday. I told you a lie, you know. I'm gonna tell you straight up now. So this is what really happened, bro.
Hold
You know
on,
what I'm saying?
hold on.
Thursday.
Hold on.
No, just listen.
Can we get deep here?
No, listen. I told you a lie still.
A
So-
lie? You told
Dave.
Dave a lie.
Okay, so
On
we're
Wednesday.
here, and I get a call from the bill people, you know what I'm saying, for that thing, for a bill, right? And they call me and bum, I have to pay this bill, right? So, you know, I'm saying, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? And I was going home, fams, you know what I'm saying? And I see a dealership that I would stop at to look cars, you know what I'm saying? And I stop at the dealership, bro.
Yeah.
And I went to the dealership and I was walking around just to clear my mind, and that's all I'm doing. I don't need a car. Just to clear my mind. I'm walking around and I see the car that I like, the 600.
Yeah.
The 550 BMW Mercedes.
Yeah.
And I walk around the car, bro. And when they come around to the end, I see $400 on the ground, doggy.
Nice, man.
Word?
You know what I'm saying?
You give it back?
No.
To God.
For who?
So
I was sick.
that goes right onto that thing, guy.
Yeah, man. For
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I told you a lie. I said, yo, somebody find out how, you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't know.
Why did you give God the credit at that?
I didn't know how to explain it to you, man. Because sometimes when you tell some people certain things, they don't know.
They don't believe it.
Yeah, like, you know, like, I know you won't believe it, but I was saying, yo, like, I just have to hold it for a moment, bro, and just say, yo, for real, like, certain things, yo, that's why I said before, remember I says, when stuff happens, don't stress about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes man might see you might laugh, but they don't know what extent you're going through.
The things
You know
you're
what I'm
going through. Yeah.
You see you laughing and say, yo, this guy's always happy, but yo, if you don't laugh, something that's gonna happen to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see you old timers checking your watches, so we're gonna wrap up just now. Just a few more questions, because if it was up to me, we'd go all night.
But
I know
I live alone still, so
yeah. These mans have wives to answer to. If there was a question that you would ask, whether it's myself or the club, like people listening, like something to bring to the table, like what's a question that you would want to ask to the club? We do the segment where it's called Ask the Club. So the guests on the show could pose a question, and either myself or whoever's guest hosting or the listeners could respond later to, you know, what's a question that you would ask the world?
I would ask,
Whether it's me or to
you
that
as a
yeah.
customer, when you sit in a barber chair,
Yeah.
what is your expectation?
See, I'm very particular as just a person. I'm difficult. I'm complicated. So I like to feel. Everything for me is a feeling. It's not just about the service, because I could go anywhere for just a service. The reason why I'm still coming here is because of the feeling that I get when I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit in Calvin's chair, it's like therapy for me. It's something that I could look forward to every 2 weeks, because the shit that I've gone through in the 2 weeks prior or the time prior to seeing him, he's about to get that energy when I see him, without any judgment, without any schedule, like, yo, I'm not trying to hear that right now, any shutdown. It's like I'm going to get a chance to share that with somebody without any, you know? So it's a feeling for me that I get, that what keeps me coming back. So my expectation is really just, you know, take care of me in that moment, whether it's my hair, through conversation. And yeah, like I truly feel like when I sit with Calvin, like he's cutting his son's hair. Like I feel like his son, because the way he, how he touches me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a feeling.
Lava splash.
You're stupid. But like he doesn't scorn me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I know he doesn't scorn me. The way he deals with me. He'll touch my head. He'll touch whatever. He makes sure that he knows what I like and how I like to look. So I never have to have that conversation. We're talking about other things. So it's like, you're not even here for the haircut. You're here for other things. And that's something that you have to cherish. Like, there's those little things in life that, like, you don't really look into. You're just thinking, oh yeah, I'm coming here for the service. Like, or like you're going to the store to buy a pair of shoes, but you're not really thinking, like, why am I choosing this pair out of the 100 pairs that are in here? Like, let me get to know myself and dig deep. There's a reason for everything on why you do things. Why there were times where I switched to Dave. There was a time where I was just going to Dave because Dave was providing something that maybe Calvin didn't.
Probably Calvin was going through his mess at that time.
You don't know.
Probably,
you don't know.
He needed a hug or something.
You don't know. I'll never know. I'll never know. There are these.
it does happen,
the
man.
universe just
we have a lot of customers that switch between all three of us.
It guides you to, there was a time I'm just going to Dave for like months, just Dave. And then I'll go back to Calvin. It depends on what my hairstyle is too, like the phase that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like Dave can only do this style for me, this phase that I'm in. And then when I'm ready to go back to something else, you jump back to Cal.
Yeah.
And there's no animosity. So like it's a feeling you guys provide. It's a community, it's a family. I'm glad like we got to that point at the top of the show to show like your guys' perspective on how you view us as customers, the family, the community, those key words. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. But yeah. Did I answer you?
Yeah.
What about you guys? Any thoughts or anything you want to pose to the world?
Moment of silence.
What's the score?
It's
What's
for
the
me.
score?
For me,
Huh?
for me, it's all about. It's always just been for me just about love, man. Like if the world could just show more love and more respect for each other, then this place would be a great place. And it's just it for me, man. Like nothing else. Like like nothing else matters, right? Like no matter what it is, like it still boils down to love
Yeah.
and respect.
Yeah. Am I right about the things I said?
You're
like
100%
you get
right,
okay.
100% right, my
It's
friend.
not just me crazy.
No, man.
Okay.
Nah, man. No way.
Yeah, because everyone has that their own perspective on
That's
things,
right.
right? So
Nah, man. You showed a good perspective of how customers think when they come into the barbershop and they need that, half an hour, 20 minutes of solace.
therapy, yes, or solace, yes,
Yeah,
where there
therapy,
that silence.
That's right.
Some people just take a nap in that chair for a
Yeah,
second, let
it's
you,
true.
because they trust. That to me, that's trust.
Yeah.
You've built a trust with your, Dave, you have anything to add or both?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to think of something.
Okay, last selfish question, and I need honesty though. What is the worst situation? Because everyone wants to know the worst situation that has ever happened in the shop, where like the worst case scenario moment, where like you did not expect this or ever want this thing to happen. What has happened in the shop that you're like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Because I gotta share this.
What do you say, Calvin? What do you say, Calvin?
There was one moment when I was here with Calvin.
Yeah, it's
Remember that time?
It's just, it's just.
And I didn't know what to
It's
expect.
just stuff that could happen and where didn't happen and where you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
and it's nothing that I would say, like for me, I always take a negative moment and gain positive out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in every situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's just two individuals just being stupid.
Yeah.
Right? And
In that moment.
and when I sat down and I spoke to the guy, both of them, and it says, like, what's all of this for? And he just says, like, my bad, like as usual, my bad, I was sorry, whatever the case is, but nothing really happened, right? But it could have led to that point, but you're saying for the respect, whatever.
For the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is
You
Switzerland.
know what I'm saying? So
No? Like, this is where
I'm just saying that
you could be from this block
I'm
and
not-
that block,
I'm
but
just
when you
saying-
come to the shop,
I'm just saying
it's common ground. Like, where
and as I say,
It's
right
safe
now,
ground.
it's just you think about it. Like I could say, we've been in business since 1997. You know what I'm saying? And you could count the incidents that happened here in
On one hand.
hand.
Good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So
That
if
says
you
something.
if you're
That says
comparing that, then
Yeah.
like
Nothing.
you know what I'm saying? So and it's just one incident, and you see what happened. The guy argued, and they went outside.
Yeah.
And what I did,
Yeah.
I went outside to make sure that both of them was good.
Keep talking. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Keep talking.
it's just one of those days, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those days.
What about you, Kevin? What's the like from your point of view? Like, what's the worst thing that's ever happened in the shop that you've witnessed?
Worst thing. That's crazy. Probably the same thing Calvin's talking about. That was it. Two people get heated because probably waiting too long, and one person think that the other one. Actually, when people come and then leave, and they expect you to hold a spot,
They missed their
and
spot.
then they come back and trying to get in front of somebody that's been waiting for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and now that person is irritated because he's waiting for 2 hours, and the argument. But for the most part, nothing crazy really happened at the shop, man.
Yeah, a lot of people.
People have respect for
Yeah, a lot of people
for trenches.
try to have
the
respect,
barbers.
man. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, so
I got it right. Switzerland, right?
Yeah.
Dave,
Um,
anything you witnessed? Or like the most difficult situation you were like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is not what I signed up for this morning. Like, coming in.
like there's nothing has really got that crazy in the shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, what the hell? Like, there's a couple of stuff where it's like, I wish this guy knew better, more than what the hell. You know what I'm saying? Because it never has to go down like that. There's always a different choice you can make to make the situation be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, yeah, we're pretty clean. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie compared to stuff I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've heard some stuff.
yeah, we're pretty clean, straight up, man. And I'm sure it could have been way worse with certain situations. But I guess because people know us and plus we've been on the block for so long, that respect is there, and it only goes so far. Nothing has gone that crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's maybe one incident where I seen it could have went crazy, but we were right there.
No one has ever tried you guys?
I think Mark slap up Calvin one time. We have a customer named Mark. Is slap up Calvin one time because he
Because he fucked this lineup up.
he didn't do the haircut the way he wanted, and Mark just touch him up too tired. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I gotta paint the picture for those listening. So Mark is in the background with Mo, and they just been chilling on the barber chairs as we talk shit over here, like down over here at the other side of the shop. So I've been seeing Mo come here. I've been seeing Mark here forever too. Like, these are guys that, like, I'm a youngin, these guys are originals.
Yeah,
So
man. Mark is a true original customer, straight up. OG, baby.
OG customer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have a question for the three of you. This is pertaining to the various situations. Did you ever feel a sense of fear, maybe for yourself or the people within the situation, or was it both?
The only time I could say I ever felt fear is usually the people who could bring fear are very controlled. They have control
Over
their stuff.
Yeah.
But that person could take it to level 100 if it came down to it.
Yes.
That's the only thing I could say I fear. But some of these young guys going wild, they're just going wild. You have some guys that come here and they carry a dark spirit with them. You can feel that, and that it's more than just being
There's
wild.
energy in the hair too.
Yeah. There's
can
more
feel
than just
some,
being
yeah.
wild on the street. These guys will, if something goes down, something is gonna really happen. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's all love here, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone, I'll see some guys.
You find those everywhere, man. I just think that, like, just wherever you go, like, you know what I'm saying? You could be in the mall, like, you go to Eaton Center, you see stuff happen in Eaton Center, right?
Yeah.
So you have negative people everywhere you go. So it's just one of those things, man.
Other than that, it's all love here.
Like, for me, like, I dwell in positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if you think positive, then positive stuff's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So negative stuff, I never really do to think about it.
You don't put that energy out.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is.
How about you, Kevin? Care to chime in?
I think I could echo what Dave said. It's just certain people that comes in the shop and you just feel that they have just on a different level. So you try to get them in and out as fast as possible. But like I said, for the most part, people have respect for this shop. Like, they won't act crazy. So I've never felt any level of fear. It's just that certain people you feel like energy. Like, this person don't feel right.
Sometimes
You just want to get them on quick.
Sometimes, the psych thing to do is put a smile on that guy's face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Find
saying?
a way, yeah.
Put a little, let them drop a little
I've seen you
smile.
guys do that.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
only you guys have the ability to do that, man. You know who's off when they come in, and then you just you include them in the conversation or the jokes, and then you see they open up. You know, some people think that when they come here they gotta be hard until they realize, oh, it's just a bunch of brothers just
chilling, man,
just chilling and cutting hair and talking shit.
Yeah.
We spoke about how COVID kind of affected the shop earlier, and how you guys sort of managed during that time, and what you did during that time, you know, to reassess things, you know, refocus and implement new things. If we were to shut down again, you know, I'm getting a lot of reports where like a lot of the businesses that ended up reopening are now they're shutting down again, and they're stating that they won't be able to survive if they shut down again this second time around. How would that affect the shop going forward if we go into another lockdown?
Man, it's just.
Will I have to be watching YouTube?
It's just. Everything is just based on to the Father, man. Like, you know, whatever God have in store for me, then I do it. I can't answer to something that I'm not
privy to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have to go through stuff to really deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here sitting and say, yo, well, I don't know. And I'm not stressing over stuff, bro. It doesn't make me any better. You know what I'm saying? I work with stuff as though I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because stressing doesn't make anything better.
Yeah.
Remember, this
You know
is
what I'm
Calvin. This is the guy that doesn't worry.
Who knows? But with me,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a little different, and sometimes I see some stuff. So who knows? I might be the guy that's protesting, and I'll still be here cutting hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who knows? It's just how I feel.
That's what I'm saying. Like you work in the moment. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying, yo, I'm just gonna sit back and watch stuff. But I'm just saying, like, until it happens, then I approach it. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be sitting here and say, yo, just like you're gonna go in a fight and say, yeah, I'm gonna bust that you up, and you go into the fight and you get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I approach it when I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit back and watch what you work so hard for just go down the drain. You know what I'm saying?
100.
You're not gonna do that, but
100.
you know what I'm saying?
100.
But for me to answer that, I can't give you a direct answer.
Because you don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know yet.
Yeah. That's a might for me too. It's not, you know, engraved in stone.
Yeah.
That's just a might.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And let's not
it
put
comes-
that energy out there.
Yeah,
Let's hope
it
for the
comes down
best.
to it. But you know, even just to talk about it, even when the first this first wave went through,
Yeah.
you know, just looking at the States, because the States is a little different from here. A lot of barbershops and hairdressers protested
Yeah.
against COVID and
Yeah.
basically said, "Yo, we always have a clean environment before COVID."
That's the whole thing too.
You know what I'm saying? So we're willing to work during this whole thing.
We're saying the same
know?
thing during the week here. We're saying how much barbershop you know right now that you see a barber that says, yo,
They're still not open.
no, I'm saying like a barbershop that could say, yo, that barbershop got COVID.
Yeah,
Like a barber been infected with COVID, and you know what I'm saying? Like you haven't heard that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just to show you that, yo, we keep ourselves sanitized.
Yeah.
We have
We take
ourselves-
the proper
you know what I'm saying?
measures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proper measures and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
We
We're
haven't
not-
heard anything about
if I
barbershop.
know, like we're talking right here now,
Yeah.
I could talk to you guys like this because
Well, black people
I
don't
know.
get COVID anyway, so we're good.
that's what
Sorry,
they want us to. That's
I
what
had
they-
to say what we're all thinking, you know?
That's what they
So,
want us to think, right?
yeah, I'm joking.
But
I'm joking.
I know.
Not to
but
take away from those who did,
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
have passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucked up, but we're trying. We're trying to
Yeah.
manage under
That's
it.
right,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
And all we could do is hope for the best. But if let's just say the shop was ordered to close, it's like I would feel like you guys haven't even been open for that long since the first wave. So if
Yeah,
you guys
true.
closed again, it's like, damn.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it would be like a true loss, especially
Yeah.
when you're already trying to get back into the swing of things.
Mm-hmm.
If the shop closed again, it's like we haven't even been open that long anyway.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. It would be a blow.
Yeah.
It'd be a blow to the industry. Period. Trust me. Yeah, man.
Not just the barber industry, like a lot of business,
Yes.
a lot of different kind of businesses.
Trust
would-
me, it's happening.
Like, you know, like from what I've seen, I know, like, for example, I went, like, was it this week or last week? I went to get the paper, like toilet paper and stuff, from a spot that I always go to. When I go there, the door is closed, right? And luckily, when I was there, a guy was there, and he says that, oh, take this number, call this guy, and he direct me to some different suppliers.
So a different supplier.
Yeah.
Not, okay.
So I have to get it from different guys right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
It's just a crazy time that we live in, man. And you just gotta trust God and pray.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot plan.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never plan. Like, that's what I told, like, a lot of girls say, yo, let's do this, and say, yo, I don't plan stuff. They always get mad at me.
Yeah, that's just an excuse, Kevin.
No, it's not an excuse. I don't plan stuff.
You gotta
bro.
plan something,
I
though.
do
Calvin.
not plan, because
You can't. You have to
Brother,
plan a date with a
brother,
chick.
brother, my grandma always told me that man planning and God is wiping out, dog. That stuff resonated in my head. I always think that, yo, whatever I plan, the next second is not guaranteed to no man, fams.
No,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So when I tell somebody that, yo, later on, if I says that it's not gonna happen, don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like planning stuff. Not that I don't plan, I just don't like planning stuff.
Yeah, but you plan with the thought that it might not happen, but you still got to plan.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I don't like to plan.
I mean, that's why they have rain dates and rain checks, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All right,
Plan
so-
A, B, and C, and D, and E, and F.
Clearly, we're gonna split this episode into two parts because we've gone pretty long, and I want to give the people a lot of materials to work with and to really indulge in these deep conversations. Before we close off, like, in your minds, I know we just reopened. I know the first wave just came and went, and we're sort of getting into the groove of things. But if you think about the shop, think about yourselves. It's a two-part question, like the shop and then yourself. What's next in your mind and in your heart? What's next for the shop? But then also, what's next for you as a person? Would you say what's the next stage for you in your evolution as Calvin, as Kevin, as Dave, separate from the shop, but also about the shop too? Like, what's next for Trendies?
Just says, yo, I just go along. Like, I go along with the flow. Like, like if I see something that's gonna benefit not just me alone, but Dave, Kevin, then I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's a teamwork. You know what I'm saying? And
Team effort, yeah.
Team effort.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I'm gonna say. I could hear myself, buddy.
You are not the one who has to edit this
Okay, but
after today. Give me something to work with. Go.
Yeah. So.
No, because I know he's about to drop some gems, so I want everyone to hear it.
Yeah. I lost my train of
Fuck!
thought.
I knew that was gonna happen. I'm trying to signal you. So yeah, you say you don't, for the shop,
Yeah.
if you see anything that would benefit the shop, of course you're gonna implement it.
Yeah, I will. Like, but it has to not only benefit me, but all of us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's this year is not just me alone.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So whenever I do anything, I do it based on what's going to benefit us.
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about for you as a person and the evolution of Calvin? You got anything planned for yourself? Like, what's
I told you there's a thing with
growth?
Me.
You've taught me a lot about growth.
Yeah, but there's a thing with me and planning, bro, which doesn't work good. Like, it's just like I'm home, right, in the pandemic here, and I'm going crazy.
Mm.
But I built a kitchen, no? I didn't decide on building the kitchen, but I did it.
Yeah.
All right?
Kept yourself busy.
It just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to plan stuff, I don't really like planning. I really don't like planning.
Mm.
Because things change a lot, man. I noticed that. It's just like, for example, right? We're saying, oh, the shop is gonna open at this time, and we're gonna, it's gonna do it up, and it's gonna be so good, and whatever. What happened? You know what I'm saying? The pandemic come around, Corona. We have to close down right after the shop almost finished renovating, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to close, and what happened? Like, all this plan for all this open, and nothing happened.
For nothing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you go with the flow. Like, I think our path is already set for us already, bro.
Yes.
As much as we don't want to believe it, like, it's just like an example again, right? This podcast came to me while you were sitting in my chair and said, yo, let's do it.
Even though I've been trying to plan it for years.
I didn't plan it though.
Yeah.
And look at this now. This man just came for you because I'm saying what I said to you when they come out. Oh, great, you come today. You're a part of it.
But you actually planned for it to happen today, right?
No, but
No, he didn't.
Kevin,
This nigga never
Kevin.
planned. Fam, listen. I'm pitching this idea to this guy years now, and I come to the chair 2 days ago, and I'm coming from my therapy session, and my eyes are closed, and all of a sudden I hear, "Yo, let's do the podcast this week." I was like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Huh?" It's like, "Yo, let's do the podcast." I thought he said something else for real. I was like, "What'd you say?" He's like, "Yo, let's do the podcast." I'm like, "When?" Saturday. I said, "All right."
But that
Fuck
was
it.
a plan, though.
That's not a plan.
it's,
I don't think that's a
plan
plan.
to do it today.
listen.
2
But
days ago.
but I could have planned it.
spontaneous
It's something.
stuff. It's
It's
a bit-
something
yeah.
that enough people would say, you know what? Okay, let's do it for like months in advance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, yo, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Subconsciously,
Yeah.
this was
It was
planned.
It was planned. You know what I'm
100.
saying? It was supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
100.
And
Yeah.
it's so crazy because I have to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I should be technically I should be
Wait,
sleeping right
what's
now.
today?
Today's Saturday.
Where you working tomorrow?
Don't worry about that, brother.
The shop's closed on Sunday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's ironic that I'm on this podcast because I haven't been to the barbershop in a while, and to just walk in and Kelvin's
you
like,
and I-
"Yo, brother."
And you and I also crossed paths the other day
That's
too.
true.
So you see how the universe is messed up? Him and I think I was
Works together.
with a chick or something walking, and I'm walking, and I don't know what made me turn my head because I don't watch people when I walk. I'm tunnel vision, and if I'm with somebody, it's just me and her done. But something, I'm walking this way, and he's walking this way, but I didn't see him like from the diagonal. But something just made my head turn, and he turned, and we're like, shop. But we just kept it moving. And then fast forward today, he's here, and we get to collaborate and connect, and who knows what's gonna stem from that.
Yeah.
So I do believe things do happen for a reason, but I would have loved for this to be planned as a bit, because
But
there's
you
a
know
lot of
what?
work
You know
that
what?
goes into this.
honestly,
But it worked out.
It didn't plan.
Yeah.
Right. And we have, like, I would say, some very interesting conversation that's just happened right now.
You
some
and
very
I.
interesting topics.
Or
just
us.
now,
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
In general, right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't plan. So sometimes you plan stuff and it doesn't work out because you could have planned all of this,
100.
and tonight it would be
Trash.
a disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes it's just better to do stuff.
And
like
look at the
this.
miscommunication. He said 7:30. I swear to God, the man said 8. That's
No,
why I showed up
did-
for
I
8.
did say 7:30 though.
But the old me, I
Yes.
would have been like, yo, we need to plan this in advance. But I stopped pressuring him, and I waited for him to say something. And I wasn't sure when, because I'm like, yo, the shop is ready. Like, I didn't want to it would have been nice for the shop to be all done and ready, and then we put it on camera and talk about the changes.
Yeah.
So I was really happy. Like, he was even asking me, he's like, even after he asked me, he's like, why are you smiling? I'm like, because I'm envisioning it. Exactly how it's going right now, us being here. I didn't picture you in here, but the fact that you're here, it's a good energy.
Subconsciously, this has been being planned for
Exactly.
over 2 years.
So I get your, what I'm trying to say is I get it about not planning and trusting the process, but I still believe that we got to plan in some form of fashion, especially when it comes to your life, your future.
Well,
You gotta have a vision.
We talked about it before.
Yeah,
That was the plan right there.
yeah.
To do it, but when it was going to be, I don't know, right? But we already made the plan a couple of years ago.
Kevin,
do
what's next for you? I mean, you just got married. You're still with the shop. What's next for you in your evolution
What's next
as
for
a
me
as a
is
man,
just-
as Kevin?
It's just getting better in whatever I do, man. Like, be a better barber,
Mm.
better husband,
Mm.
better friend.
Mm.
You know?
Yo, I want a stepson. I want a godson father. Like, what you say,
Yo,
bro?
and if
Kevin, you don't have kids? You don't have kids?
I can't. I have a stepson.
God,
You don't have kids?
I have a stepson.
Okay.
I want a
But
godfather.
when it's God's time, it's God's time.
Kevin would be a cool dad. I feel like he'd be a cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yo, just trying to be better in whatever aspect of my life, and that's just it.
Yeah. Also, too, being Kevin's son, definitely free haircuts, right?
100. Dave, what about you, sir? What's next in the evolution of Dave Morgan, Mr. Morgan?
Just working on myself, like what Kevin was saying. I would love to see this evolve into something else, where almost like what they do with VH1, with all the tattoo shows. I'd love to see something like that happen with the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? They have Black Ink, they got Chicago Ink, they got all these different tattoo shows that, that's filmed in a shop. we can do the same thing here too. I'd love to see this evolve to something like that where it gets to mainstream TV.
Yeah, with less drama, though. 'Cause all
I'm
they do is
producing.
argue.
I'm producing.
Drama brings the ratings.
I'm producing.
Of course you're
I'm producing.
Of course you're producing. You and him. You know what I'm saying? Straight
I
up.
already got the ideas.
I'd love to see this. I'd love
But
to see this
wait.
evolve.
You know
This
what's?
is the foundation.
But
Where
do you?
VH1 comes to Canada and be like, yo, we got to do a show here.
We're very advanced, fam. You know that before this shot, I have to say this, and we've already said we had. You know that idea with LeBron and them. We spoke about having that here before that happened.
Yeah, for sure.
We
Way
were
before.
we
Way
were
before.
ahead of our time with that
Way
idea.
Before, way before.
But the shop was at its initial stage, like, you know, and like I wasn't, you know, but like when I saw that show come about, I'm like, nigga, we had that idea. Like, so imagine what this could evolve to. You know, we always spoke about having an episode in the shop.
Like they've tried to do tons of barber shows, but it's never come as real as actually being in the shop and us, like how we're talking right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they did a reality show like that, that's the realest you can get. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Mo got to be a part of that.
Of course.
Mo?
Mo,
Of course.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Mo has to be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the show, we're sitting down with the barbers from Trende Barbershop, located at Jane and Church. Pretty much my second home. I've been coming here since I was 18. Without these three brothers in front of me, this show probably wouldn't even exist. I've learned a lot from them. They've taught me. They've raised me in many different ways. And I continue to learn from these individuals. And that's why they're on the show today on this episode 31. My first episode back from the injury. I got these special guests in front of me, and it means more to me than you know. So if you're listening, if you heard anything today on the show that resonates with you, anything you want to ask or you know, debate on, just touch base with the club at Who How Club on all social media platforms, or touch base with me at Only1Arys, or you could send an email whohowclub at gmail.com, or the website whohowclub.com, and just fuck with your boy and touch base with the barbers. You know, I'm gonna be posting some stuff and I'll tag them, and you could always touch base, become a new customer, come see Arys too, and come get your haircut with us and just talk some shit. We'll talk about life, hip-hop, life challenges. Just, you know, when you leave this shop after a session, you feel like you've grown every time, each session. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone being here. I feel like there's a lot we didn't get to cover, but we're gonna do another episode.
Next time, man.
100%, we're gonna do it
Part
again.
2 for sure.
Any last words, sir? Gio?
Any last words? This was a great podcast. I thank you for having me on as guest host. Yes, as you know, my name is Gio, aka Ghana's #1 blogger. You can find me everywhere on social media. All you just gotta do is hashtag GHNO1blogger, BLOGGA. Thank you.
Yes.
Gentlemen, any final words?
That's it, buddy. That's it, man.
Follow me at
Done.
Cuts by Kevin. CUTZ, Cuts by Kevin. Follow me.
Yeah, I'm Trendy Dave Trendy. Follow me on Instagram.
Trende Barbershop.
There you go.
Is it 1880 Trende Barbershop?
Yeah.
1880 Jane Street.
Yeah, we're gonna come do this again. There's more things that we need to cover. So once again, you are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club. We are the Who's and How's of this world. And you've been listening to the Who and How Club podcast. It's your boy Arys Dejan signing off. Thank you for all the support and listeners, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Yes.
Until next time. One.
That was great, man. That was great.
That was dope. That was pretty dope.
Yes, man. Enough respect. Enough respect.
That was pretty dope.
Enough
From a
respect.
different side of you guys, man. That's some respect.